Just keep an eye on your
Hey,
messages when it tells you somebody's there, and then just let them come in while we're talking.
you know it. About to
You're,
grab
yeah,
my
it'll
other
let you know
phone
anyway,
because
right?
that's gonna be my backup. My other phone's gonna be my
Yep.
backup to get all the people in when we get new guests,
I
and
bet
I'll be able to go in through the back
you
channel
gotta
and set it
open
up.
your microphone. Big facts we can't hear you.
Talk Tuesday. Email YouTube. Now live on your channel. It's been a long time. Join me for Talk Tuesday. Email
Hold on.
YouTube. Now live on your channel. It's been a long time.
I
Join
don't
me for
say,
Talk
don't think
Tuesday.
you can hear. We can hear anything. Facts.
Yo,
What up? What up? What up?
what's up, Mr. Gonza? You doing all right, my brother?
Yeah, yeah. What's happening with you?
Yeah. So
You
what's
already
up to
know it, bro.
everybody
It's
that's
another day
watching
in the
us
neighborhood.
tonight?
Shout out to
Oh,
y'all. Shout out to
really?
y'all.
Got
That
the little this thing. Hey, this thing glitching up, man.
that's all right.
Oh yeah.
I let everybody know they can jump in whenever they're ready to jump in. Hello, everybody that's on YouTube watching this live
Right,
show
right.
with J Guns, with Big Facts the Truth, and really, yeah, we have some more guests that's going to be coming in soon talking with us as well. What is going on with everybody as I try to get to this next room that I'm trying to get into?
Hey.
How's it going? How was your day? How
Oh
was
man,
everything going?
I'm gonna give
Man,
everybody an opportunity to say their
I
piece, speak your mind right now. While we got the floor, it's a free open floor right now. I just want to do that before we get a chance to get into the actual topic. I'm hearing some people coming in, so y'all gonna give me a minute while I get back into what I have to do here to get you guys
So welcome in everybody who hasn't
on.
seen
Of
us
course.
before. You can see us here live all together on this show. There's going to be more people.
Right.
I'm
We
gonna
can
kind of
only get
kill this
six,
light
but
because y'all can't see
we'll
my
try to
face.
rotate.
My fucking shit sucks. Ah, shit.
Maybe I'm still see the light.
We got
Y'all can
this.
still
We
see
got
it.
this.
Always
We
doing some
got
weird
this.
ass
We always
shit.
got this. We always got it. We got topics. So we do podcasting, people. If you haven't seen us before, we do live streams everywhere. You got Big Facts the Truth, that is a TikToker. He does live streams on his channel. Check him out. You got Peasy Show, J Guns. He does his TikTok and he does, I mean, no, he does his Instagram. So he has a live show running for 4 years on there. And you know me, I'm everywhere. I'm always going to jump in somewhere. We got some crazy topics today to talk about, too.
What's up?
We
Oh,
got some crazy, crazy
yeah, y'all
topics
got.
to talk about today.
Oh yeah, man, crazy. Something crazy. You know what? That's one thing that's crazy about me, and that's talking about myself because I'm a crazy person anyway. You know.
Well, let's talk about
Hey,
one good thing that happened today. Who do we
Oh
have
man, I
coming in?
got me a new
Anybody else?
jobby. I'm finna get to the money and set my doors up.
For sure,
Oh,
for sure,
speaking
for
of
sure.
man,
Who's that
speaking of
news?
money, you know, there's talking about how the dollar revenue that they're probably fixing to get rid of the dollar bill, y'all.
Whoa, they're gonna get rid of the dollar bill?
Yeah, because of all the people going around washing money, like washing the dollar bill out, putting $100 faces on it, and it marks, and because the dollar bill marks real. So they're out there like, oh, we're gonna wash this money. We can get this $100 bills and
That's
putting
cool. Hold on.
strips in them and all that kind of crap. And I'm like, wow.
I see DJ Scuttle's having a trouble with getting back on with us. But I see his box there. Unless that's somebody else. Is somebody else with us?
Yeah, there's a box right there.
I see a box up there. Somebody's up there.
You don't know who it is though.
You got to take out your microphone. Yeah, it says mic and camera on the bottom portion of your screen, so you can announce yourself.
right.
Who is in the box?
Right, we got
That's
me. I
okay.
know I'm in here. I'm in here twice, but I'm about to get out.
Well, I tell you what, I say it's always good to be with good friends in a good place, and I'm glad to be here with you guys today, talking about all generalized things. That's craziness. What's one good thing that happened to you in this day that you could remember?
Man, I got me a job. Like I said, I got me a job, bro.
All right, that's a positive thing. So shout out to Big Facts the Truth that got his job today, working exactly where with Jay Guns, the blind rapper, is going to be at. So y'all about to meet each other probably one day at the job.
Amazon.
I'm gonna come through
Yeah,
and
that's
see you,
gonna be a
Belt.
hell of a
Hey, bro,
transit.
I might take a shift up though.
Hey, working where you're working now, you got to
You know,
hire
you
some.
can always you know, since you're hired with Amazon, you can always transfer. You can transfer
Yeah,
anywhere in the country that they have an Amazon. So, um, my warehouse actually does that. We have a few people that came in from out of country. Actually, a few of my new employees that are working with us are coming from overseas. So we got a lot of folks out of Haiti. We got a lot of a lot of guys and girls that are coming from like what's that? It's some folks from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
yeah.
Fuck, I had a couple of people coming in from fucking France, Europe, over in Europe. I mean, like it's crazy the vast majority of the people, the different diversities of people. But it's funny when you hear the conversation that they're having. Everybody sounds like your average American. They're stressing over the shit that we talked about earlier today, which is in discussion at this point in time. So, like, what I was thinking about bringing into the floor is mainly the conversation that we were having earlier, which is the main base conversation. The question that we posed before the conversation that we started yesterday or earlier today was, what did y'all guys think about the results of this election this year, and how do you guys feel as far as what we're gonna start to see developing moving forward?
So I hate election stuff. I hate politics. You guys know this
Yeah.
already. That's like of a subject to me. But yeah, I don't agree with it, the outcome of it. I think that we're gonna suffer from it. What I really was focusing on speaking on too today was the election was definitely something uprise to the public. Everybody started being very upset about it. We're probably going to be dealing with a lot of hard issues and a lot of cuts on a lot of our basic essential needs that are being helped with us with as civilians. But I think that, the conversation that we had before that, there was, all the basic emergency supplies that's given to the world, and how the people didn't they weren't able to access those things is kind of ridiculous. Like how we have
Right.
the light
It
straws that
is.
they can drink out of water that is polluted in different countries. You can buy them on Amazon, you can buy them on wish.com and everywhere else. They have these straws that you can drink, and you can drink out of any kind of lake that you need to if you don't have clean fresh water. And then you think about the children and the other people in the other
Right.
countries that are living without pure water, to be able to purified water to be able to drink. Why is it not something that it's being given out to the masses? Or why is it that nobody is being able to access this thing? You think of NATO and you think about all these political figures and how they want to talk about they're going to change our lives and all of this in the politic world. But why can't they talk about,
Right.
instead of just sending food to these countries of people that are starving, how about we send them essentials
Mhm.
that we have, that many companies out there sell, dried food that can last up to 20 years or 50 years. Then we have the straws that people can drink dirty water out of, that actually filter and filtrate the water so it's drinking water. And then you think
Yep.
about all of these different things that's going on with these sicknesses, from cancer to every other disgusting thing that we have out there, because I can't stand sickness. God bless everyone who is sick, because we are all one or the other feeling something horrible from the pollutants that
We
they put
ain't
into
nothing
this
but a
plant.
doorstep away from.
Yeah, all of these
Yeah.
We ain't
pollutants
nothing but a
to
doorstep
basically
away,
get
bro.
rid of us.
We all the same. We all one check away from being either broke or in the motherfucking debt of our lives, the biggest debt of our lives. And
Right.
that's something that I agree with completely because the world around us, and we're all hitting this live stream right now from at least four different parts of the country itself. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saying?
York, we
South,
got down in
east, and
Georgia,
west.
Florida.
Man, my thoughts on this right here, when it comes down to the election and stuff like that, either way, it didn't matter if we got Trump or we got Kamala Harris. Our country's going downhill. It's going very at a very fast rate of downward spiral. No matter if Donald Trump gets the food lowered and everything like that, they're still going to be putting that stuff in our food and in our water. And it's all about control. And as long as you got control of everything, you're in power. So it doesn't matter who it was, if we had Kamala or if we had this or we had that. We're gonna
Yeah,
be going to war with ourselves. We're at war with ourselves every single day. So why?
yeah.
So the politic thing is like really crazy. And then not only on top of it, we got these people out there shooting off these rockets. Where are these rockets going at? We don't know.
That's another one. Wow, that is definitely another topic. SpaceX and
I mean,
NASA
they're
has been
test shooting
sending
into
off
the ocean,
rockets.
actually. But I mean, for more specifics on that, they're the countries that are testing their nuclear missiles. Those missiles are being tested in open water, so we're destroying the ocean and causing all of these issues. At the end of the day, a lot of the shit we do on a day-to-day basis is destroying our country or destroying our world as we know it. This is why we have climate issues that some politicians don't even pay attention to or choose to ignore,
Yeah,
namely the people that are elected into office as of this current state. So what we're looking at right now is a crisis of things that are yet to come and get worse because we're already dealing with extreme weather conditions. Every year it gets hotter. Every year
Yep.
the winters are less likely to be effective, but when they hit like a hurricane in the summer. So at the end of the day, what we need to start taking into initiative now is making sure that the people controlling our countries and our world are more cooperative to the properties that it means to keep life existing. Because at the end of the day, the way they're running these countries, and they have the power to do this, it's the reason why we're dealing with so much destruction and devastation from natural causes that are at the most extreme because we're dealing with shit that doesn't it adds up when you start to pay attention to the fact that we've gone all overboard with this whole creature comfort thing. You know what I'm saying? More
Yeah.
people care less about naturalization and ways to become a more general citizen of the country and of this world. When we look at the fact that we had countries back at one point that they didn't have these accessories that we use every day, and because
Right.
they didn't, their collective population was not affected as much as we were when we introduced them to our industrial ways using manufacturing plants and all this other good shit that makes good product, good production, but terrible process when it comes to the overall health of the world around us,
that's
because
true.
all it's doing is disintegrating everything around it, because machinery and all this manufacturing plants, all they're doing is creating a big smog smoke in the planet, around the planet, and it's choking us, and it's basically choking us and causing the planet itself to superheat and spin
Yep.
faster. All these other things that are going on that are causing things to become a lot more traumatic as far as the conditions. Because there used to be times where I remember Hurricane Andrew in North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah,
I was in a small town called Shelby when that first hit.
Yeah.
It was not it was big, but it wasn't something that was devastating like the last one we just had, Helene and Milton.
Yeah.
Milton didn't even touch ground, didn't touch the ground, the surface of the southeast area it was in, but it did as much damage offshore that it does in any other hurricane situation.
Right.
And then Helene ripped right through the cities that most people were not expecting it to hit. This is an
Right.
unprecedented thing. No one in Asheville, North Carolina expected their city to be decimated the way that that hurricane did when it came through.
Exactly.
It was unexpected. That's why a lot of people still to this day believe that they were in safe spaces when they moved to places like Asheville,
You know,
and
they
they didn't
still
have no
struggling.
clue that. hmm
They
And
they
yet,
still struggling. And you know, but the thing is, Josh, and I tell you like this, it come through my town, man. I'm from Vidalia, Georgia, you know. It came through
yeah,
Vidalia and it just ripped almost every tree up out the ground. Like there's hardly no trees here. We had nothing
I
but
believe
woods
Yeah, we
and stuff.
lost a lot of trees in Florida, but
I
there was a lot of flooding in Florida from these
yeah.
situations.
I built
You
there's a
got
lot
your
of stuff.
wire again. Your wire's in front of your camera, Jenkins.
Oh yeah,
Can't see it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like I have to deal with the properties of having this
That's okay.
situated like a certain way.
I got you back.
It can be quite the challenge. I thank you so much for keeping that clear of my view. But at the
yeah,
same time, like I said, like this is what we're dealing with
yeah,
because we ignored we we as in the generation ahead of us, our parents, our fathers and mothers, and that generation, they all ignored the properties that were taking place in our country, and there was people, environmentalists that were speaking to us saying, "Hey, this is something we need to look at because this could really damage us later in the life." And they
right.
were just like, what the fuck's that got to do with us now? This ain't now. This is later.
Or
No
how they
one
tried to
really cares
brush
about
off.
later because later is not now.
They tried to brush
Yeah,
off global warming too in the beginning when it first came in, and now look at us on fire in the summertime where you can't even stand outside.
Right.
no,
And that's the problem. In 1984, an environmentalist spoke to the Congress and said to them, we need to start taking action now because 20, 30 years from now, the world is going to be so far beyond control or getting back, then we are going to be paying for this. Our kids, our generations ahead of us are going to pay for this because they're not going to have the ability to sustain this country or the world for that matter. Because this is basically what we're dealing with when we try to ignore the facts and the signs and then go about our day to day thinking that that's a way to go on with our lives, and it's not going to try, it's not going to make anything better. It's only going to make it worse. What was
right.
implemented in this administration before we get out of it, because we got like a couple more months before we get out of this, um, what was implemented was the infrastructure and environmental bill that passed in the House and Senate. So like we're talking about a policy that sets in forth a motion of things that are going to take place over the next 10 to 20 years. It should
Yeah,
be expanded, but due to the administration that is incoming, the elected officials are not going to even look at that twice. They're literally going to avoid it. They're going to be the same people that says that this same thing that we're talking about in high concern is a hoax. So what we have to do is not only let them know verbally, like this is not what we want,
no,
but also we have to enforce that by being proactive in our own communities and allowing others that are like-minded like us to be pushed into the circle, because it's not one thing to have a group of people that say we believe this should happen in order for the betterment of our countrymen, but there's also the fact that while we deny that elections have consequences, we see that every day. But
Right.
we also see that anyone who wants to understand that, like, and make a change for it, we have to start to form a group. You know what
Yep.
I mean? We have to start to form
Oh, we
a
got a whole bunch of
coalition
other
of
people
us.
coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep
Announce
it coming.
yourselves.
So
Announce yourselves. Who's in here with us? You got to hit your microphone button, guys. We got 2 other
yeah,
new people
unmute yourself.
group.
You're muted.
Announce yourself, artist.
He ain't got his mic on.
Oh, your microphone. You have to open the microphone on the bottom of the screen so that way we can hear you.
Yeah, turn your
You got
mic
to go to
on.
more.
We can see one person. The other person needs to open the camera and the mic.
That other person is me. That's why I'm about to
Okay.
jump out. I just wanted to get I wanted to get that message in.
What's up? What's up?
Okay.
What's up, bro? Oh, damn. What did I do?
Oh crap.
All right, I hear you now. Oh, damn. My
No.
phone sucks.
It is.
Welcome.
Welcome,
But yes,
welcome,
like I was
welcome into
saying,
the
like
show.
it's so many of us that feel the same way we're feeling right now, speaking on the same issues that we're speaking on.
Exactly.
But no one has a plan to move this into effect. What we realized is in this year's election, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago now, almost, it's been a recognition of the fact that we allowed the slowest people to speak for us. That's a
Exactly.
fact. We allow for the stupidest people in our country to even speak on our behalf as a punitive representation.
Your
Hold on, y'all.
microphone. You got to get your
Y'all keep
microphone,
going.
bro. So that way, open the microphone so that we can hear
Oh,
you
y'all hear me?
speak.
Oh yeah. Now we gotta hear you now.
We hear you now.
Yep.
Hey, announce
Yes, sir.
yourself. So the show. Welcome to the show.
What's up, big dog?
All right.
We over here talking about politics right this second. But what's your thought about the presidential election and what's coming for this year? You know, what do you think needs to happen? And
At least
I need to
announce
be
yourself so
president.
that way the public that's watching can know what musician you are and where your music is.
I need to be the president.
hey, look here. I was telling Relative the other day. I was like, hey, I think this next election, I think I'm gonna run for president myself. Hey, look, if you run for president, bro, at least put me on your cabinet.
Vote for
Exactly.
me. Vote for me.
All right, I'll vote.
Yeah.
I'll vote for you next time because I don't like our choices. Like it was pretty bad.
Hey, look, I mean, if Donald Trump can do it, I can do it too, you know?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it's about. Oh damn,
Hey, yeah.
my phone's so messed up.
I'm gonna get back on in a
Somebody.
second. Hold
Okay,
All right, big dog. Hey,
all
so
right. Thanks for coming
go.
through
Hey,
for a
what's
minute.
your artist name, bro? What's your
on.
artist name?
Reefer Green.
It's
All right,
Reefer
big dog.
Green.
That's what
Uh,
I'm talking about. Hey, look,
I'll be
man, you
back. I'll
gonna
be
pat
back.
back in with us in a
Yeah,
little
he's a
while, man, when
producer.
you
That's how he
steady or
starts
whatever.
multiple platforms. It is musician talk. That's how we
Indeed.
get. So shout out to Reefer Green for coming up here with us for a couple of minutes and saying hi on the
No
Peasy
doubt.
Show
No doubt.
with Big Facts, the Truth, and Relia. And you got J Guns right there talking his piece.
All in the back.
Thank you, everybody, for watching us tonight. We have some interesting conversations and topics that's going on. We're hoping that you're enjoying it.
Hey,
If you have
get up,
anything
man.
to say, you could always go
It's what's going on today at this
drop
point
down
right
in the
now.
comments. What do
Um,
you feel about it? Drop it down in
what
the
do you
comments,
feel about
guys.
it? Yeah, please feel free to drop us in the
Yeah.
comments. Let us know.
Yeah,
Because
let us know
my
what your
biggest
opinion
thing
is.
concerning this situation, we heard the props as far as whatever what do they call concepts of a plan were given in that little speech about what he wanted to do for this country. Like a lot of it just seemed like a bunch of piggyback stuff off of democratic policies that they were trying to put imposed. My biggest process with this whole thing is like when you realize the fact that the Supreme Court just shot down one of the Supreme Court justices out of Texas just shot down that overtime policy that was supposed to take effect the 1st of January. So that would have increased the people that work 40 plus hours overtime pay by about, I think 10 for 20 or 10 or 20%. I seen the clip. I have one of the screenshots. I just didn't load it yet. So I believe like we just kind of working off the fly here. So y'all work with us on this conversation. And if you see something out there in the media you want to talk about, bring it to the table. We're here for that. That's what the show comes in for. And this
That's exactly what
conversation
we're
is
trying to do.
strictly revolving around trying to illuminate the information that's given to us as far as how we're processing not just this election, but the whole governmental system that we live in.
And not just
So
ours, but every
one
governmental system all around the world.
right,
Anybody that's watching, if you
no,
want to talk
no,
about your governmental
but
system,
in
come on
most
in.
but in the most important instances of this, because this is the most detrimental part of our world,
That's right.
the country we live in today, the United States of America, is the most powerful country in the world, and they've said this dozens of times, if not millions, to us. What we have to understand now is, in order for this country to stay and remain that way and continue to make positively progressive changes that affect the entire world in a positive way, and not so much as the negative authoritarian ways that we're faced to defend, we have to be willing to accept when we have allowed ourselves to get too comfortable in ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Because right now, common sense is telling me that the reason why we had that many men and women voting for Trump in this election is because they did not believe everything that they were hearing from the Democratic Party, mainly because the Democratic Party for years now, and we've noticed this, has been about all talk, get you hype, and then next thing you know, they back in, now that they're in power, they sit down on their asses and act like they don't know what's going on. Now, what we need to do as people who are picking these individuals, and that means that goes all the way down to Kamala and Bernie's to the fucking Matt Gates and all these other particular fucking pieces of the puzzle that we call the Congress and House and Senate. We need to make sure that all of these individual people are not just random ass individuals like Marjorie Taylor Greene jumping on the scene, or the other chick from Colorado who thinks that everything makes sense to her when it's pumped on a meme. So this shit doesn't. We need tangible intelligence.
There's
I'm sorry,
nothing we could do.
people.
All those people are in charge. They've been in charge forever, bro. And there's nothing.
No,
that we can do as
they
us
aren't. They are, but that's because no one has opposed them. One, and two, we have yet to put them out of that seat. Yet you have to make that choice. That's what the point of this whole thing is. You have to be willing to look at that and say, I want to see that person out. We want to get another person and then start looking.
But that's
in
what we
their
wanted to
area.
do. We didn't want Trump to come in, half of us, the majority
Trust
of us.
me, you
You
didn't.
know what I mean?
But at the
And then
same
there's some
time,
people that wanted him in,
he
and there's some
bullied.
people that didn't. It was really
Know
a
that
really bad
he
time
put
for
his
America. There's a
money
lot of
up
wars and fights
first.
over that.
He put his money up first. They liked him second. They liked that he was a shamster. He was going to scam the whole goddamn businesses and all this shit. They liked that. All the negative things that he represents, they liked it because they knew it would get them attention. Okay? So we're not going to fade away from that. But we're also going to understand
What can we do about it?
what we can do is be smarter. Stop allowing ignorant ass people to dictate our lives. These are the people that live in that number of people. How many was it? It was 32 million.
Yeah, but that's
from
the
the
thing I'm
first
talking
time
about.
I
Like,
looked.
you see, look, like he's talking about the SpaceX situation. Why are they putting so many rockets up there? What are they trying to do? They're trying to freaking breach the firmament. That's like hard. And then you think about
Listen,
all of the
I'm
governmental
not
systems
even
and the
trying to.
political
I'm not
stuff.
even trying to think. No, let's stop thinking about that part of it.
And what's
Let's
above the
start thinking
firmament? Is
about.
there water? That's the problem. Are we going to drain it?
Honestly, who fucking knows why they keep trying to do shit like that? But the question I'm trying to
But
understand,
that is
beside all that,
exactly though. That is exactly why they keep selecting the people and that is in business and running the entire
because
country
because any
because
one
those
of
people
them
are
doesn't
involved in
care
that stuff.
about people. That's
They're
the
all
problem.
involved in that
They
shit.
don't care about people. They just talk about people. So at the end of the day, we know who the good people are. We need to start backing these people. That's the problem. Us as the individuals
What I'm saying is
in
that
the country,
it all
listen to
ties
what I'm
in.
saying
It all
first
ties in though,
before
bro.
we go over that. Before we go over that, listen to what I'm saying though. You connect to somebody that lives in your city, right? Y'all both talk about the same things, right? You start impacting that, you start going into what they call city council meetings. It
Hmm.
starts there because then you get to see the city councilman, the woman, you get to see the city representatives, secretary of states. Like some of these fucking people have to be present at these
But you
meetings.
don't understand all of that governmental positioning. All it is to do the covering up so that we don't see what the left hand is
Stop
doing while the
looking
right
at
hand is
that.
in motion.
Stop looking at that
I need to
because at
look
the
at
end of
that
the
because
day,
it
that
doesn't
is
matter what
true.
puppet they
But
put up in front of
but
our faces. They
what you
doing the
have
worst
to be
behind our
able to
back.
do, and if you're talking over me, you're not gonna know. If you talk, I'm telling you what to do. Listen, stop paying attention to what they are doing, and find people that show you how they are making things work. The positive things. Show you, let them show you. And if they don't, you tell them, get the fuck out. And this is what your vote is worth. This is what protesting does. This is what all of these different things are allowing you to be able to do. Because these people can sit here and throw all that bullshit at you. But if they're not giving you results, then they need to move. There are people around you in lower positions, more what they call grassroots positions, that will literally lead the charge on all of that and make sure that what you are requiring, what you need in your situation, can be taken care of. The governmental assistance comes in when they are able to fund these organizations from these individuals that we have found to give that message elevation, because the people that are getting elevated, they're not backed by the people that we represent. They're backed by the billionaire corporations that are baiting these Democrats and Republican politicians to do what they want. So in order for us to be not the top dog, we got to beat them.
We can never beat Rothschilds or Blackstone or anything that's backing all of the secret societies that are running the
You
political
see what
world.
happens when we fight these fights. The
We
good
Right.
people
lose.
get
We
killed.
lose,
The
bro.
good people get hurt.
We
The good
lose.
people get killed. The good people get hurt. It sucks, but it's a
Exactly.
fight that's ever ending. It's a fight that's never ending. We have to
Because
keep
you
the
want to know
fight
why?
because
You want to know why we
because
lose?
if you
Because we're
don't,
fighting
then
against
good. Oh,
principalities.
then we lose. We lose
Be-
for real.
Bro, it's all because we're fighting against principalities, not against nature and people.
No, we're fighting to save our kids.
We're
Right.
fighting
That's
against
what we're really
principalities.
doing.
You
It's
don't
called the
understand what I mean.
Department of Government Efficiency. That's what they named that organization thing that you're talking about, Jack Guns.
We're talking
Huh.
about, you guys don't get it though. The principalities are the demonic presence that's within the world of politicians. We're fighting
Absolutely
against them
plays a
completely.
part. It
So
absolutely plays
there's
a part.
no,
But
you
as
know, this is
people
an
of
ongoing
faith,
battle since
but as
Caesar
people
was
of
in
faith,
charge.
this is why this is our stepping point, because this is why people of faith are able to navigate these negative times, because at the end of the day, what is known and will always be known is that God prevails first. Everything comes to God, comes before God first. And at the end
I,
of the day, He predicts all of what goes on in this world.
Yep.
Nothing is unforeseen to Him. So at the end of the day, once we keep that in mind, regardless of how things look outside, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with the focus we should have on Him. If we choose to truly walk through this life in a safe space, believing that nothing else shall harm us, that is what is said in the Bible.
It's that he also said these
Let
things shall
no
come to
weapon
pass. That's the
formed
problem.
against
No
me shall
weapons formed.
prosper.
Prosper.
Yeah, but he also said these things shall come to pass. You're not supposed to fear
All
anything.
of it
All of
will.
this, all of these political people that's in charge, that's satanic, occultic, or they're
Right.
into
And
secret
we are supposed
societies,
to
into
we are
control, into
supposed to neglect it
underground
all.
whole
We're supposed to
worlds and
deny
stuff
it
like that.
all. Deny it all, but also
Right.
speak on the truth.
Bro,
Also
but
speak on the
all of them,
truth.
let me tell you, the people that they elect into place are people that are sworn into that secret society that is sworn to protect the
Hello.
secrets of what they're
And
doing
mind
to
you,
America.
we're talking about the admission we're talking about the administration that's coming in and the one that's already in.
Yeah.
Both parties are showing you they do not demote themselves from being representatives of the devil. Yes, they have very dark things that they do, but the way that they are doing this to us, this is why we as people in this world have to be able to focally put our attention on these same people, on these individuals, the ones that choose the spotlight, and call them out. Stop giving them favor.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
You see what I'm
I
saying? You give them
I
favor
got
when you say stuff that obliges their interest.
right.
To me, I think that really we don't have as much power as we would like to because it's divided America, not united America. Because
It
Right.
we have
is, and that's very
created
true.
an
But
atmosphere
that
of
doesn't have to.
division.
That does not have to be the solution. That does not have to be the end all solution, though. It has to be a better way because this country was not united in a sense when it even started. So let's just keep it clear. It was never united from the beginning. The
Yeah.
country needs to understand that now that we are in the modern setting that we're in, that is the time to make the change.
Yep.
Okay?
That's true.
We understand that the country is full of diverse people. We have some that are higher in class, some that are lower in class. What we have to do is learn how to unite these forces and work on a simple plan for one goal. And it's not for riches and power and control. It is for humanity and saving grace. We have a planet at hand that we live on and we completely fucking ignore it. How many people you know spit, piss, and shit all over the concrete?
Oh my God. That's going on. Hey, look here. That's going on everywhere right now. Cause you got the homeless
You
rate.
disrespect the place you live. You don't care about the place you live. That's why you deal with the problems you have.
Yep.
Simple as said.
That is true. But that's the thing is that because you have social media outlets that are kind of influencing people to indirectly be a little bit more savagery and ratchet and disrespectful. They trend all type of paganistic things like women actually showing their bodies everywhere. You got people popping pills and acting like it's cool, putting it in all type of songs. Then you have all
Yeah.
of the iconic hip hop artists became just TV show hosts of different kinds and sorts of podcasters. They took everybody that wanted the exact same things we wanted and they removed them from a place of power. Now they have all
Right.
different kind of other executives that own all of the media. So that way all of them are in sync with each other. So that way they control the masses with the information that's coming out there.
Mhm.
So then you have the political cabinets and the senators and all of these people that are in office that they already have surpassed all of that because they already had agreed to whatever society. Those people are picked before they're put into place. I don't care what nobody tells me. Our votes don't count as much because they decide from a long time way with their bloodline and whatnot who is going to run this country and how long and for what they're doing. They were never going to let a woman in office. We already tried this with Hillary and now Kamala comes along and same thing. It's never going to happen. This has always been a man's world when it comes to America.
A white man's world. Let's get it clear. It's been
not
a white
even because we
man's
did have a
world.
black man in there for a little while too, but he was
That's
also
one
controlled.
time, and they hated that fucking
It
time
did make a
absolutely.
difference.
And they
Even when
made
you
it
look
worse
at it,
by They
It's about
repent. Listen. That let me just say to that point you just made about Obama's election and his 2 terms in president.
they control
That
all
was
of them
made.
like puppets.
That listen to what I'm saying though.
That's
What
why they
I'm
calm the
saying
people
is
and bring it
the
right back.
reason why Donald Trump was elected is because he was the smack niggas in the face, put it back down in the fucking slave mansions where we fucking were meant to
Leave
be.
women barefoot and pregnant
That was the
everywhere.
that was him. That was what he was supposed to do. His intention as a president and to be in control the way he was to submit black people to seeing modern day slavery try to regain traction. Because at the end of the day, what we are seeing, mass incarceration and mass migration,
That's another thing. You heard? Did
evacuations
you
and
hear
shit,
what he
that
decided about
is
that?
a form of slavery that we are looking at right
No,
now.
did you hear what he's doing? He already went live talking about how the immigrants have 2 choices. They either go back to their countries, or if they have to be deported, they're never to return to America again.
Yeah,
He just wants
yeah,
them out.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I had a friend I just talked to today at work, and she's from France. She came here from France. She's worried that they might deport her too. She
Well, they
been
are
here
going to
for
deport
years.
everyone. They are going to deport everyone, even if they have a full family. There's people that was born in other countries but came here, made a life for themselves,
Okay,
and have a
so what
full
does that
family
say
here.
to the people? What does
If you
that
were
say to the
born,
people that were
it means if you were born in another country and you lived your entire life here and only know English, you still have to go back because your birth certificate is not American.
okay? So that means that fucking African Americans are in the same bracket as that.
That
Black
means
people aren't fucking from here. We were dragged here.
no.
And
We
at the end
talking.
of the
No,
day,
I'm not
anybody
talking about that. I'm talking about
that
people
goes
with
for
their
everyone
actual birth
else.
certificates. The people with their actual birth certificates saying they were born in Africa, they will be going back. The people that were actually born in Venezuela and Colombia and Russia and everywhere else, but they lived here their entire life, that maybe their parents had them, and then by 6 months old they came to America, still have to go back to another country that they're not familiar with because they were born and raised here their entire lives.
Right, which puts but it's a huge thing that is very much not what this country was developed on. If you paid attention, this country has been built off of immigration.
The country was
It
built
has
off of
been built off of
immigration. The
immigration.
country was built off
It
of Native
started with the trend.
Americans.
It started with the slave trades.
The
It's the
country was the
first
Native
thing that they
Americans,
did
and
to
then they decided to bring
industrialize
the
the
slaves
country.
over and industrialize. They industrialized by creating the slaves and also the Indians that nobody talks about. All of the Indians that were in here already
The
before they
Native
got here,
Americans, yeah.
all of those Native Americans. That's what happened. So
Hmm.
you think about how they colonized, and all the colonizers came in. And then once they colonized, they decided to name these places, and then they started to take the people of the land and create an atmosphere of chaotic behaviors into their lives, where they raped the women and recreated different type of slave trades with those Indians that were native
Breeding,
to this
all of
place.
that.
And then they turned
Yes,
around and started killing all of them and decided to bring over the African from all the way in Africa, so that way they can use them as slaves as well. So then
they
we have
were
that
warring
history.
with they warred
But
with the
nobody
Indians
talks about
until
that.
they damn near
And
killed off
everybody
the
that
entire
you know what
tribes.
kills me? What kills me is people that's not knowledgeable that Puerto Rico was in the same contentment.
Yep,
The Taino Indians that
yep.
were there also were enslaved, and the Africans were brought
By the
there as well.
Spaniards.
That's why
Yep,
we
the
have so many
Spaniards
Puerto Ricans that are different cultures, and
colonized.
people
Yep,
just calling us all type of shit, and you don't understand that we are all in the
right.
same bracket.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing, is that
Yep.
okay, we have all this history that we learn, and then it doesn't make a difference. And now you have the black community becoming
Because
the majority right now. I think the black community has become the majority because there's more black people than there is white people in some places. And then you have the white people that is coming against the blacks, and the blacks against the whites, and they're all being racist against everybody else, and the Spanish people being racist against everybody else. And that's what we called the divided states of America.
You know,
Right.
back to this deportation stuff you was talking about. Last year, we had 1.1 million people that got deported, and as of right now, we're at June 2024. There was 411,000 people that got deported, and
Right.
that's a
Well,
fact.
let's talk about that. Do you even know that out of all of those millions that came in and were deported, they were not returned to their countries with their children?
Nope,
Nope.
nope.
They were separated from their families,
Do
and
you understand that
that's the
their
biggest thing
children,
that's messed up.
what happened to the children? Because that's a lot of what this has to do with them coming into the country and being thrown out. They are
You,
exploiting and they were taking over the children. Some of those children
Right.
never got back to their parents, and their parents were deported. So what did they do with the children?
and you know, and I just found this out. This came from I'm looking on the usafacts.org website.
Okay.
Most of them people that got deported, did you know when they came into the country they didn't have COVID, but when they came in contact with the like law enforcement or the security people,
Yep.
they end up testing positive for COVID. So COVID is still
Wow.
Put it
out
on
there.
there.
COVID was still out
Okay.
there. That's crazy, ain't it?
Okay.
Well,
I
COVID was
mean, well,
created
when
to
you look at
depopulate the community. Everybody thinks
exactly,
COVID is gone. COVID is definitely not gone. Here in Florida,
No,
the hospitals are filling up again, and nobody wants to discuss that COVID never left.
no, COVID never
In
left.
fact, it
no,
mutated. It
COVID never
mutated
left.
so bad
It's been
that the
mutating a
hospitals are
lot.
still being filled with people with COVID, and nobody wants to discuss that in any type of media that you're gonna find.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you
You
still
And so
see
have
it.
that
all of
was a
this going on.
25%. That was at a 25%. Like 25% of the people that got deported left and went back with COVID,
Yeah.
and they never went back to their home country. They're in United Nations. Like the United Nations has got them. They're questioning them, and that comes along with the fentanyl arise. Why did y'all come to the country? Why did y'all pass illegal? Like that
You
was my
think that
question.
that fentanyl came with those immigrants? You are a
No,
fool if you
no,
do.
no, no, no,
They
no.
have
That's
been
not what
doing
I'm
this.
saying.
Listen, it's
That's
all
not what
about
I'm saying.
depopulation. It's always been about depopulation and any
Yeah,
way that they can depopulate. COVID, fentanyl, overdoses everywhere because of their mass amount. They want to blame it on the cartels. You seriously think
Mhm.
that the cartels brought that in? The cartel's been working in America since day one. Okay?
like
That's a
That
fact.
fentanyl shit was
That's
made
right,
where the
inside
whole
of a
cocaine
fucking
epidemic
laboratory.
came, the crack epidemic. Like you think about it, the crack epidemic started with the CIA allowing
yeah,
uh, cartel members and
Listen, they
agents
work with the
to
damn
coerce
cartel half of
and
the time.
and bring
That's
them
what I believe. They
loads
work
and
with them
loads of
bastards.
fucking cocaine over to this country so that people would be addicted to it. Actually, that main registration came from the Nixon and Reagan administration, if I'm not mistaken. They both implemented laws that were trying to uh, pursue it as a way to keep their campaign fresh, and they had enforced like the FBI to do investigations and pull people falsely into these situations and say that they were major drug trafficking and all this other stuff. When in
right.
actuality, it was CIA agents that were working alongside of Mexican drug dealers and all these other organizations of crime that were actually taking these loads of cocaine and pushing it into the country
Let me tell you
and
something.
dropping it off in select
This
areas in our country, which we
they
now
have been
know as
able.
red
Listen,
zones.
they allowed a lot of this to happen because it is a way to monetize as well. That's why they
Yep.
legalize marijuana in so many states at this point,
Right.
and they're taxing it. And there's even states that's legalizing people to get high and not go to jail in other states and just making
Yep.
full. They have
Colorado,
buildings. They have buildings, bro, in different states like
Oregon,
Oregon
two
that
states that I
people
know
can
for
go
a
and do
fact that do
heroin
that.
in. There's
Yep.
states
But
They
that
have one
allow
here
them
in
to
New
do
York
heroin in
City.
the state.
They
In a
have one in the
fucking
city.
building.
there
Yeah, they
was
have one here in New
2,000.
York City.
There was 2,200 pounds seized at the border on September 24th. September 2024. That was
Hmm.
Yeah,
2,200
but you know
pounds.
what? It's because the only reason why they're stopping it from coming in is because they cannot monetize off of it.
Right.
And
Right.
they're
Yeah,
all, if
that
they
is
were the
too.
distributors of the actual drug, they let the
Right.
pharmaceuticals give us all type of stuff, and they actually monetize off of pharmaceutical just as well.
That is so deadly.
Okay, we
That
are
is such
paying.
a
We're
deadly
paying in
choice
our
to go with,
taxes
and
from
it's
working
not
for what medical. We're paying for all of that on our taxes, right? And then you don't realize
right.
that we're actually part of the money. The money that we're working for and we're getting a paycheck with is being taxed to pay for all of those medications to be distributed. Who gets from the medications? The pharmaceutical company. Who owns the pharmaceutical company? Who has shares in the pharmaceutical company? All the politicians.
Right.
Do you guys
Right.
not realize
Mhm.
it's all connected?
And that's but see, that's another thing. That's the whole thing about it. This is the part of selective
Crazy.
politicians that is the crazy part, because now there are a few people in politics right now that are elected officials, like your Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC as they call her, or the
It's been
others
going
like
on for centuries. We will
Jasmine
never be able to
Crockett.
stop this.
There's a but
They
that's the point, because we're so few in number. We need more
Right.
of these
we
same
it's not that we're few
like-minded
in number.
people that
They
are.
keep us
Yes, we
down with the
are.
FICO score.
And
Let me tell you something. When we
you
were born,
cannot
and bro, when we
listen
were
to me. It
born
has
in these
nothing to
poverty
do with any
areas,
of that,
I
and it
want you to
has more to
understand
do
how
with
I
the
feel.
fact of who we
I
have
want you to understand
representing
how
us
I
on
feel.
that big stage. That's the
That's
problem.
something else.
The
I
people we
honestly,
have on the big stage are paid people. We have
you're not
more of them than we
understanding
have
how it
people that
works.
are actually coming in to pay the
You're
bills and
not
do the right
understanding that
thing.
if you were born in a red line place, I used to work for the U.S. Census Bureau myself. I did work for the U.S. Census Bureau, and I tried to get out there to do the number count. Oh my, we missed one. I don't know if anybody realized, but before COVID, right before COVID, when I got sworn in, guess what? They canceled it. So there was no count of Americans. We do it every 10
For the
years. It
2020
was not
in
done.
New York and
That's right.
Florida.
That was in
Okay,
Florida. Yeah.
so my census was done in New York, so that's what I'm saying. Like the census
But they
was done, they
canceled the
just didn't
census
count
of
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
They
that's a
canceled us out.
problem though, and that's a
Yeah, but
huge
so then
problem.
how did they count out all of the civilians that voted? And what about the ones that went in the mail ballots? How could they have selected him without actually counting those? Because they didn't even get in yet.
Exactly.
Because
I
they didn't
agree.
even get them in the mail, because that's retarded. You got to think about this. They have been doing this shit for so fucking long that they're never going to stop. And there's no way for us to stop them. That's just what they do. And they
You know.
have us controlled with a lot of different ways. And it sucks. But
I
if
hate
you
to
were,
talk like that because
if you were,
honestly, that's what makes people not want to get interested in the
but
situation.
this is
At
the
the end of the
problem.
day, I feel like if we have more of us that understand what's going on and are not scared of these assholes that are standing on
It's
that
not
big
about
stage
being
with all
scared
that
about them.
money,
It's
it
not scared.
is
It's how,
because a
you know
lot of
how
them
they
are
do it?
intimidated about the
I'm going to
power.
tell you how they
We
do
have
it.
to stop letting that avoid the problem at hand. We
Let me tell
are
you something.
individuals in this country that if we work together, we can make the difference if we
Yeah, we
stop
probably
playing
can,
the
but
fucking
are
odds
they
with
going
each
to let
other.
us?
If we
The
can
thing is
stop
this.
playing the odds with each other, fuck what your color says, fuck what your race says, fuck what you think. We are all individuals here trying to make a difference in where we are.
You know the
Most of us are
frustration.
more concerned about making our next steps better for the future of our children.
This is the problem.
So
The
if that's
problem
all
is
we
that if
have
you
in
were
mind,
born, I'm sorry, but if you were born in a poverty level area, your FICO score was affected, so you cannot get the loans to own businesses. And that's how I believe
no
it.
shit. I
Okay,
Exactly.
so that
agree.
means that if you
I
were born in
agree.
those areas, it was because you were seeing, you woke up to seeing everything that the unseen world sees in the middle class and the upper class. So why would they
Right.
allow us to rise, to be able to bring an uprise to come against them? This is how we are held down, by financially holding us from becoming owners of houses and businesses and being able to enter into the political world the way that there's a very scarce amount of people that come from the hood and actually make it. Okay, because even
Yeah.
Kamala was from middle class, not from lower class. She talks
Yeah.
about
Right.
Oakland, but she didn't live in the bad part of Oakland. She lived in a good block. So either way you
Yeah.
look at it, it's bullshit. They're never gonna let
Yeah.
the poverty level people could change the entire world if we got a president that actually lived his whole life coming from shit like us and
Yeah.
actually trying to make a change. But they they make sure with our social security numbers and what hospitals we are born that we do not attain that type of fierce and inferiority to be able to get up there and make a change. It's very rare
Right.
to see somebody be
But
able to do so. And when you get to that
don't you
level,
think it's time?
there is societies that
But
will
wait a minute.
stop
But
you.
wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. Don't you think it's about time for us to start putting our foots down?
Well,
We
there's a
are the
few
lower
Oh, of
class.
there,
course.
bro.
We
There
are
is
the
a
It's
middle
few.
been.
class.
There are
We
people.
are the new lower class and middle class. Why are we sitting here not trying to gather as a unit, looking at each and every individual that
It's
agrees with what
because
we're talking about today? And
because of
That's
governmental control, because of the substance abuse
that
that they're
doesn't
throwing
have
into our
anything to do
neighborhoods,
with the world
because of
that's
the
a
now. We
question.
have
That's
more
alcoholism.
a
ways
question
to
for the
connect.
chat.
We
Now
have
listen,
That's a
way more
question.
ways to connect with these people
there are
now.
so
This is
many
not a
of us
small
that came
corner
from.
anymore.
There's so many
There's
That's
of
a
this
us
is
that
question.
not a
have been
small
into
space
a bad
anymore with the
place.
with internet though. This is not a small space with the internet. That makes it much more of an opportunity for us to reach out if we can push forward on an outlet that'll grab people by the horns and be like, yo, sit your ass down and pay attention because this is serious.
Yeah, that's true.
If we could pull that in and you can get people to collectively join that companionship and say, yo, these boys are talking something serious. We need to work this out. Somebody else just tried to get in. Hold on a second,
That
y'all. I'm
was
trying to pull
facts
this
because
person.
he dropped out. Big facts dropped out.
Oh,
He's
okay.
trying to get back in. But that's the truth of it is that, yes, if we joined together, we probably could come and overthrow all these problems. I think that's shout out to Anonymous
Right.
right there because they are the people that's in the unit that's been trying to give a whole bunch of messaging to people that are not able to get that messaging. Shout out to youtube.com for allowing us to speak our
Right.
minds on a platform to be able to try to get people to be more involved, and every other artist and entertainer that has been trying to speak on the facts, even
Just
what's his
saying.
name? There's so many artists and comedians that have been really celebrities that's been trying to get a message of conveyance to try to get people to try to change and try to join in a union to be able to overcome and overthrow. But it's just not enough people. It's just not enough power, and it's just too much going on
I,
for us to even
I
think about.
don't.
All we could think about is
I'm looking
going
at
to
the
work and
fact
paying
that
our bills,
we
trying to
also
live daily, trying to work
we have
daily to
more.
survive, and trying to stay out of all of this chaos, because it's
Right.
chaos with people shooting and drugging and everywhere we go. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you're in anymore. There's
We
so
have
much.
more
There's
people.
children being hurt.
We have more people than you really think, though. When you think about it, though.
Yeah, but how to get the people together when they're afraid and they will refuse to get involved because they know one small thing and they'll make them lose their job, and then they'll be a homeless person, and then they won't have a
Right.
voice. You know how many homeless people actually are very intelligent that I've spoken to over the years, that they actually know and have so much capability to be able to change. But this is what they do. They try to be inferior to the people that are in a homeless level or in a poverty level that they're staying with a friend or family or whatnot. So that way nobody would trust them. They see money as an
Right.
opportunity to trust people, and that's where we have the problem as the lower poverty and middle class people, not having that capability to speak our minds and actually get somewhere, because you still need to go through channels. And to get to those channels, they want to see a bachelor's degree. How many people that came from the hood you really know that had that? Or capable to do so because they had to figure out how to survive while they were going to college, and they came out with bills and they're so stressed out. Everybody is so out of their minds. They're not even driving right anymore. Accidents are everywhere. Children, missing
Right.
children all over the country. All of these people, and pedophilia is becoming something that is like so out there. Everybody is battling each other, even on musician apps that we're seeing like bandlab.com arguing about who's the pedophile pointing the finger.
Right.
Everybody's just out of their fucking minds right now, because I believe it had to do with the 5G towers when they put us all in freaking that time in COVID that we couldn't leave the house. And then we turned around, and when we came out, boom, every fucking corner had them shits. You know how much radiation is coming off of that? The frequencies are changing people. COVID is changing DNA and genetics inside of
Yep.
people. People are reacting like a mass hysteria quietly offline. It's insane. We're all, the
It
new
is.
normal is crazy.
The new normal is crazy.
And we're
And it's
not
hard.
talking about it.
You know what's so
That's
crazy
really
is
where we are now.
it's so crazy that that this new normal crap you got. Not only we got all this politics stuff going on, but what's going on alongside the politics is that the people that's trying to be realist, they can't be real anymore. So they have to sugarcoat everything for you to understand. And when you understand the sugarcoatness, you don't understand the realist.
Yep.
Right.
And that's
They
because it's all the
prefer them.
confusion.
They
It's all
prefer
the
them.
so and then see
Yeah.
that's why my
It's
name is
basically
called Big
postpartum distress.
Facts. That's why my name is called Big Facts the Truth. It's because I want to give you the truth. I don't want to give you something that's some bullshit. My life was
Yeah.
revolved around bullshit. And when
Yeah.
I went through the struggle, but it was my fault I let that shit happen. But right now
Right.
I'm to the point in my life where, I really can care less. I could really care less how other people's views is. Like I could tell you the truth and you not believe what I have to say. So if you don't believe anything I have to say, fuck it.
My thing is this: how many times? That's why my name is Relia _ the real chick, because I speak real. I don't have time for it anymore. And if they don't like it, then it's like, okay, then you're on your own.
Right.
And that's the whole thing of putting that real chick on there, because I'm going to give the real emotion. I'm going to give the real thoughts on something. I'm going to give the real help, and then I'm going to leave you with it all.
Right.
Hey man.
Because
And I
that's
hate
the
to say
truth.
this. I'm a Christian. I'm a bona fide Christian. I believe in God. I don't go to church that much. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because, my mom, she works a lot and I got my license. I don't have my car. I got out of rehab. I had a couple jobs, I messed them up. They wasn't for me, because I one job I got sick. The other job was just too freaking hot. And then this last job I had,
Let me
it
tell you
just
something. All these jobs that they're putting people through, all of this shit, they're missing out on so much. They keep us busy in the jobs,
yeah,
okay? To keep the way that they have things going, so that way we don't interfere in their agenda. And
right. And
then
Right.
we're not even making enough money so that way we can live a life of
right,
comfort. We're living basically check to check. We're
a
living
hundred,
basically not sure if the meal is coming next or not, depending on how many hours these corporations are going to give us. And then we are killing ourselves worrying about the duties that they're giving us to run their companies to make them millions. And when
right.
we die, all they do is place another person in place that's as stupid as us to keep on going. But if we don't work, then we don't eat.
One of the
This is
Right.
the
questions,
system that we live in. And really, that's why I tell people learn to ground. Anxiety and PTSD is a real thing. Depression is a real thing when you can't afford what you want out of life. The simplest things that people just need to survive is all that we need. And it's so hard to get nowadays.
yeah,
Even
one of the
respect is
questions,
hard.
that was on this Amazon application that I did was, are you like wanting to advance in your career? Do you want to if you stay with the company, do you want to grow with the company? Basically, what that's saying is like, are you intending on staying? And if you answer that question wrong, they disapprove your employment. They don't even try to keep you going. Like you have these questionnaires on these job applications.
That's
Like
so layman's terms of common sense. If I need to work, it's like if I don't work, I don't eat. So I guess you're gonna have me here forever till I find something better that can give me more money.
yeah,
Obviously,
right.
I'm
So
gonna
if
stay
you
with the
answer
job.
it wrong, and
Yeah,
if you answer it wrong, like I said, they disapprove your employment. They don't want to keep you employed, or they want to seasonally
that's
work
true.
you. And it's just
Mm.
crazy. It's crazy how things is going in this country, And then the people that are trying to have their own home businesses, it's hard for them to gain and get, like you were talking about, get grants to be able to run the business. Like the people with the low end credit scores, what's up with the credit? And then you have to
You
have
gotta
all this
wonder
credit
who
to be
is.
able to get stuff.
You gotta
It's just
exactly.
crazy how the world operates today.
That's
Like
the
back in
thing.
the
Yeah.
But what you want to know something crazy? If an immigrant comes from another country, they are granted up to like 200,000-300,000. That's why in New York City you see all of the Middle Eastern people owning stores, and all of
Yeah,
the Jewish people are owning buildings in New York, but they weren't even
right.
born in America. You know, you think about that. So what is he gonna do when he kicks them all out of America, and they were the ones that were owning properties and things because they come from another country, they have a clean credit score. We're born here, and we are graded by every single move that we do our entire life, where we can't even be prosperous by the time we're 40.
Yeah, and see, this
Hmm.
goes back to where we were talking about like Tesla and everything like that a while ago. Why do you think that they're kicking out all these immigrants? They got Tesla. The Tesla Corporation is building all these robots, and
That's,
eventually, just like iRobot. I was watching iRobot,
you know
and
what,
if you look,
iRobot is going to be our new lives, because they
if
are
you look at,
literally, people have boyfriend and girlfriends that are robots already. It's all online,
yeah,
and
like if you look
they're
at,
trying to replace all of us, so that way they can all be a robotic world that's working. And if in order to make money, and I saw this, Elon Musk did a seminar about that the entire world will be controlled eventually by working robots, and that if you don't own a robot, you won't be able to live, because your robot will be how you be making money,
right,
because there won't be jobs hiring people anymore.
them robots are what, like $1
I
million
don't know.
dollars?
I don't know if they're gonna give each family a robot, because ain't nobody gonna be able to afford
Thirty
to sit
hundred
with the rich
thousand.
people. Thirty-nine thousand
They
dollars. Look at
starting
that.
at 300,000. Yeah, it's like 300,000.
300,000. We can't even freaking buy a sandwich, and they want us to buy a robot to live off of.
Right. Are they going to give out? Hey,
Right.
let me ask you a question. Is the government going to issue robots to the lower class
Like,
people?
yeah, like they did the
Doubt
freaking
it,
Obama
but
phones, maybe. You know what I
definitely
think?
doubt it.
Honestly,
But that'll be
it's
years, 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 years after.
it's an extermination of the low poverty. That's all they're trying to do.
And then they're going to take and see, and what really I think they're doing is they're going to take a lot of these robots, they're going to put them in law enforcement and everything like that. And once them robots take over law enforcement, we're going to be done for. The robots is already in the military. They're already using drones and everything like that. So I mean, far as that's coming, is
You
that this
know, it's all about the weaponry, bro. It's all about weaponry. You
yeah,
know, you look at Lockheed Martin, they already created a drone that has a one shot in it and facial recognition that nobody talks about. You know, that basically, then you wonder why they put us all into facial recognition to open up your apps and everything on Apple and all of these other apps, because everybody in the whole world, they want to pinpoint your facial recognition for a reason.
right.
If you become a threat, we'll see what happens. How many people die and we don't even know how they're dying? How many people give
Right.
out information and then all of a sudden we don't see them no more? We don't know what happened.
It's the wrath of the conspiracies that we can't seem to get a grasp on, because we're the lower class of people that don't see, but we see all. It's like we're never heard because we're not represented well. And at
Because
the end of the
financially
day,
we can't be at the same level. They just look like,
and
it's
at the
just
end
like,
of the day, that's the problem we have. We're not being able to
be
express
respected
the
the same
fact of
because we don't
what
have the same financial bracket. They
Well,
suck.
that,
you
and
know,
then the fact that we're not able to get people to understand that that's not what the world is supposed to be doing right now. This is just not what we're supposed to be doing right now. As a people, this is here the time that we should really start looking at ourselves. I wanted to say one thing that I realized, that when we finally got out of the first administration of Trump, when people started saying to themselves in the business world or in the workspace that I'm not okay with this job to be here for a paycheck. I need better.
yeah,
I want better.
right,
I deserve better.
exactly.
But they don't give us
So
enough
so fucking what? You
opportunities. There's
work at
not enough
McDonald's, it
resources.
shouldn't. No one is able to live off 725, fam.
Nobody's able to
That's
live
just
off of
facts.
$17 an hour if you're not getting 40 hours.
Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. I can tell you that. But
Yeah.
again, the fact of the matter is, it goes back to the fact that our best opportunity at this, our best stabs at this, is to get these jackasses that are saying no when we get that ballot off the fucking ballot to say no. Because these assholes are the ones that are fucking it up for us. We need better. We can't get better because we don't have people in position to be the better choice
The
that we
problem
want.
is that the system has been running the way it has been running, no matter who has been sitting in
Yeah,
what seat
I
for
I
so
have yet
long.
to lose faith in a country that took and went from inviting no respect to black and brown and anyone that wasn't white or owning land in this country respect to the point that they are working out differences. They are putting policies in place to each and every state in this country that represents each and every person that has spent time torturing and being tortured to acknowledge that. Now, what I'm also seeing is just as that has took place, that is also taking place in the worst spaces we wanted to see it because Democrats don't know how to hold the ball and play the game right. There's a generation of people that are starting to pay attention to things. I implore each and every person on this stage, to the people that are listening to this show from beginning to the end and after, check out Roland Martin. Listen to this man, because at the end of the day, that's realism at its finest in a man's perspective. But I'm not trying to give it to you for that pleasure. But I want you to understand when it comes to learning what is going on as far as the root bullshit that is taking place in our politics today and in our understanding of politics today, is because miseducation runs a fucked up nation. And at the end of the day, they don't want a functioning nation because they don't want anybody to be awake to the bullshit that they're doing. And you're right. If they don't get these people out of the fucking positioning, they don't get the money out of the fucking politics and stop letting these people be bribed by hundreds of thousands of dollars in stocks and shit like that from these companies, then of course we're never going to be dealing with that. But we, as the people who put them votes on the ballots, have the choice. You and I can sit here and sit our asses down and not vote at all. And then they only got their own selves to fuck up. And that doesn't control shit because the majority is us,
Right.
U.S.
Yep.
citizens. So stop acting like all hope is lost. We just need a connecting point for each and every person that sees the bullshit and is trying to connect the dots to correct the dots. We got to get it right.
Yeah.
We can't keep playing. We can't keep playing with this shit. We already see the world is burning the fuck up. By next year, it'll be 150 degrees outside in Arizona.
Yep. Hey, look.
Then what?
There's a question. Hey, chat, or people that's on the stream or that see the stream after, put in the comments, what would you like to see in this world to happen? Like, what would be your number one thing that you would want to happen? And y'all can even come to my TikTok, message me on my TikTok, bigfactstruth.1. You know, just let us know. So we can get it out there, so we can keep this movement going. We need a better world order. Like we need to get this world in order, or we ain't gonna have one.
We
We
ain't gonna
just need to
have
be
one.
okay, because honestly, we all just like Big Fact said. You know, what is your theory on these topics that we are talking about tonight? Tonight has been a very debatable night with a lot of different topics, because these are things that people
Right.
try to avoid speaking on. But being that we are all realists and we are musicians that have creativity levels, so we also are very opinionated as well. We are definitely made to be doing this right now and letting you guys know and think about what is the reality of life and what is going on right now that nobody wants to face. I understand that it probably might upset some people, and that's not what we're trying to do. You know, your opinion
Right.
does count. You can leave it down in the comments at the end of this video. We will survey that and respond to those questions on the PV show. You can go to Big Facts the Truth, like he said, on TikTok. You can come to me on any outlet that I'm on, and we can also just take all those questions that you guys have or any opinions and discuss it on the next topical show that we have. But this has really been a very interesting conversation about all of these different things that we are facing as human beings on the same planet.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Right.
You
Amen,
know,
brother. God
but
is
this
good.
is what causes the anxiety and the depression, and it causes the PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder. I want to leave
Hey,
them
you
with
think about this, and to think about all of that, we haven't even started talking about the furries. Like, we could have really jumped into that whole shit too. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is just what it is when we come here on the Peasy Show. We talk about a lot of different things. We try to stretch out the conversation to revolve around what's current and what's really taking place in our surrounding worlds. It's not just here in America. We consult with different people. It's a lot of folks that I've spoken with from Africa to Australia. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing when we connect together and we can unite around one good idea. And that's something I like to bring to the table. I like to keep bringing to the table. And honestly, truthfully, I know that for my folks, I'm just speaking personally on my viewers that's been tuned in and haven't seen this video live streaming again for a while. YouTube, I'm here for YouTube at this point right now because respectfully, I wanted to let people know what's really going on. Saying
Right.
hi to my
yeah.
baby girl Nova, like she's checking out the video feed. I want y'all to just know, like, this is really about the future of our generation ahead of us
That's right.
and making sure that the promise of our family and our ancestors before us is kept. That we wanted peace on this planet. We want peace and prosperity, but we don't have to kill each other to do it, and we don't have
That's
to
right.
destroy the planet at the same time in the turn of it. So what I
That's
what I
good.
agree to is understanding that we have a mission as individuals. We're all human beings, regardless of what color you are, what race you are. We're all human beings, and our main goal should always be preservation of this planet.
It should be
I don't care.
preservation of our spirits too, preservation of
Yeah,
our own peace,
absolutely. But in
preservation
order for
of
you to
daily,
do, but in
you
order
know,
for you
like,
to preserve your spirit, you have to have peace with your
bro, but
environment,
you
the
can't be
world
stressing
around
out
you.
about the politics all the time. You can't stress out about the people
No,
that's aggravating you.
absolutely not.
You
And
can't
and
you
I
can't
agree
let
with
it
you
make you not be able
100%.
to
But
sleep.
when we go in on that, we're gonna go in on that. For the
Yeah, when
most
we
part,
talk
let's
about it,
not
we
let
gonna
it
talk
be a
about it.
part of your life. When we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it because that's
But
why
we
we're
gotta
here
leave
today.
it right here too. We don't want to cause anybody to have any type of distress disorders when they
Right.
get off of the
At this
line
point, we're
and
not
they're
gonna
listening.
distress y'all. We're not gonna push y'all into nothing y'all don't feel like y'all ain't ready to do. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, the time is now, and we need more acknowledgement and people taking
Amen.
focus around this bullshit that we're dealing with because it doesn't have to
Mhm.
be if we unite as a team. And that's all I'm saying. Football has its legends because they had teams that put together and they formed a challenge that no one can match.
That's right.
Yep, damn right about that shit.
Okay, so
And
today
that's
is
what we need. November 19th.
today's November 19th. And it's I got some fun historical facts for today. This come from big facts. Did you know 1830 November 19th, 1530, the final decree in the Diet of Augsburg, the recess was signed by Charles V and the Catholic princes, reaffirming Catholic rights and the principles after departure of the Protestant princes. Did y'all know that?
No,
Tell
I
us
No,
did
what
I
that
didn't.
means.
not.
In
That's a good fact.
1620, the Mayflower reaches Cape Cod and explores the coast.
Wow. In
What, today?
1620, today.
So
1620.
talking about that, that's like an anniversary to what caused us to be at this point right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
18
the
1805,
holy
the
shit.
Lewis and Clark expedition happened
Started
on this
today.
day. On this day.
That's interesting.
Yo, that is interesting. Yo, that's some
18,
real significant stuff right there.
1863,
Fun fact trivia.
The U.S. President Abraham Lincoln delivers his Gettysburg Address beginning 7 years ago.
Today.
That was
Yes.
today.
Look at
Holy
that.
shit. Look at that. The uniqueness that's coming out of this episode today. I'm telling you, the
Not
fondness of having this situation expanded into a place where it's giving me the vibe that this is going to make a difference at some point. People are going to start to take notice, and I hope that people really just take in the ideals that we have thought out and thrown at you guys. It's kind of random. This is really just a conversation of sorts of the minds of people that are literally going through everyday situations day to day, whether it be crises every day of losing job after finding another job and finding job after job to keep a job, and then finding all of these things making your life physically, mentally, and so spiritually just frustrating. It it has its moment to give you that enlightenment that there are people like-minded. We're out here looking to collectively join as a team. We need that team and that camaraderie together to engage with others outside of this realm of our conversational speech, to put them on a level where, yo, these people are aware, but they are aware in a way that it needs to be, where we can effectively make change. And this is just what it is. And instead of talking about a lot of stuff, as was said in a comment earlier, we need to start moving on to some of this shit. Everything ain't gonna happen off of just words.
in
It
19
is
in,
what
in
it is.
1942, Operation Uranus, Soviet offensive began during the Battle of Stalingrad. 1 million Soviet soldiers encircled the German Sixth Army.
Mhm.
In 1969, Apollo 12, Charles Conrad and Alan Bean become the third and fourth humans on the moon. Well, I got something to say that might have been true in NASA's terms, but I have
Yeah.
that conspiracy theory about being on the moon. I'm sorry, y'all. That's kind of hard to believe because that
Hey, listen,
flag
I'll be
was a
right back.
stiff flag. Um, in
I don't know.
1985, U.S. President Ronald Reagan and the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev met for the very first time. And this go now that concludes all the like history for the government, far as right there. Today in film and TV, November 19th, right? Yeah, November 19th, 1916. For today in film, Samuel Goldfish Edgar and Cabalin Stolen established Hollywood's Goldwyn Pictures. Goldfish later changes his name to Goldwyn. It was Gold. It was Goldfish. Samuel Goldfish changed his name to Goldwyn.
Damn.
Today in music, in 1990, pop duo Milana Vani are stripped of their Grammy Awards. They were stripped of the Grammy Award after it's learned they did not sing on their award winning Girl, You Know It's True album. They stripped them.
What was that
See,
about?
that's crazy.
What was that about?
I don't know. I don't know if she left
Yeah,
alive or what.
nah, she got popped out. She back in. I'm gonna get her in here. Just got to get to my phone now. Hold on, I'm coming, y'all. Just a second. I just gotta get this phone to cooperate. Everything is acting like it don't want to be there. Stay with me, real.
1979,
I'm
Chuck
looking for this.
Berry released from prison for income tax evasion. On
Who?
today, Chuck Berry.
Who was it? Chuck Berry released from
Chuck Berry
prison.
got yeah. 1983, Robert Whitney conducts his final concert, leading the Louisville Orchestra at the opening of the Whitney Concert Hall at Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Finding something. In 1849, French Schubert Symphony Number 4, the tragic, premieres in Leipzig more than 20 years after the composer's death.
Luxy.
And now we're going to move along for the birthdays in music. On this day, let's see. I'm trying to get some more current people because the 70s and everything is crazy. 1989,
Yeah.
Tyga, Michael Ray Stevenson, American rapper, legendary, is born in Compton, California. 1983, Jeffrey Santana, Faberjay, American dance club DJ and recording producer, was born in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Who's that with us in the corner?
I don't know.
That's me.
That's
my
you.
little blank box. My little blank box jumping in. That's how you got in. It's the only way to keep my damn tablet from glitching out, because it would have took way longer for me to do it from there.
1979,
that's what I'm
Buckley,
saying, like-
American punk rock singer, Every Time I Die, was born in Buffalo, New York.
Damn.
1978, Matt Dusk, Canadian jazz vocalist, was born in Toronto, Ontario.
People coming out of Ontario.
You know, that's the crazy thing, is that in this life we only live once and then we only die once.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that we concern our lives with and concern our minds with, and it's like a constant cycle of thought that we are in. You got to think about how great is God to create the mind of a human being. Like how, how scientifical, because God, I love Scientologists because they love to always attack the Christian that believes in the belief system that we do, but at the same time, they wouldn't have science if they didn't have God.
Yeah.
That's the funny part, because the science of the mind, and how the mind works to control the body it's amazing. And how we all have all these things floating around in our mind.
It's a scientific miracle, because they still have yet to discover. I mean, like, when you look at the research that they've got, they still have yet to determine that they have gained all the research needed to examine and fully display differences of the brain, human brain.
They can do all that studying and they can't figure out how we work, because
they'll
they can't
never
study
be able
the soul.
to get all of it.
They can't study the soul,
right?
Man. They don't understand it.
So let's move along to upcoming events. Upcoming artist. We're spotlighting the artists in 2024. Artist Arise. Even though we're talking about, we're artists, we're podcasters, so I'm gonna bring this up. We got Viva Latino. They on a rise on the pop culture, the Latin pop culture. They're rising up. Some people you want to watch. You got the pop rising culture, the hot country culture, the Juniper folk music, new noise, low R&B rising, most necessary hip hop and mint dance. We got music Mexicana crooner Chino Pacas is in the Vivo Latinos pick.
You know what? They have all these new artists coming up, right? And then it's like You have to kind of wonder what kind of lottery is it to get into celebritydom when it comes to music,
Well, and you
especially
know what?
now.
They're
Like all the
going
hip
based
hop
off.
people are gone.
Right.
They're
Because
Right,
it's
done.
gotta be
they're going.
something, it's gotta be some sort of ritualistic situation going on, bro, as to how they allow people to get in there now. Because most anybody at this point realizes that, there's so many different things that display. Like there's people that are in the industry right now as people trying to join the artistries and just newcomers to the series of music that have taken time to actually study and learn what the hell is really going on behind the scenes. Because like honestly, truthfully, right now the industry is so wide open for people to take interest into,
Especially that
that
all
with
the
everything that's
icons are
popping off,
down now.
it was not. It's what I'm saying. It's to me, to be honest, it's literally the thing that boggles my mind. Because as much as we as low level people, so to speak, are catching information from like all of these celebrities that are literally coming out now and getting popped off a hit with shit.
Exactly.
How
It's
is
not
it that
fair.
this how is it that this is just now hitting the surface when this is stuff that we've been hearing since we were teenagers, some of
And not
us.
only
Right.
that, why is it that they've been knocked off the block with all that nasty shit they were doing? But then all of us that been working hard and we've been out there, you can't even get half of a look from any of these record companies. What is it that they're searching for exactly?
What is
You
it
know,
that they have done to the industry itself? Because each of these people had an effect on the industry in a way or another.
and
Look at it
you
like
know,
this. R. Kelly R. Kelly made women feel like he was in love with every one of them. And his
exactly.
Yeah, he
music
really
made
did.
it approachable like that. It made it to that soul. He made it for women who wanted to dance. He made it for people who felt like a family was
But I was just
in order
listening,
with
talking
this
about R.
music.
Kelly. Bro, I was just
Yep.
listening to fucking Aaliyah Rock the Boat. Really listen to that song.
Hmm.
Like that girl was so young and she was talking so sexual, and we didn't catch on till she was being molested by these grown ass men. That's the song. Kind
Right.
of gave me a fucking chill down my fucking
But you
spine, thinking
but
about
realize that
how
that
that's all she
alone,
was
that
thinking
song
about.
wasn't the key. That wasn't the song that you needed to know about. It was back and forth. The signs were all in that song. That
Yeah,
was her
back and
debut
forth
album.
too.
That
That
was her
was horrible.
debut single,
You talking about
debut album. Rock the
that's crazy
Boat
because
came
I was
later
listening to that
Everything
the
was
other day.
after
overly
she got into the
sexual.
relationship with Dame. Shout out to Dame.
Yeah, but she went through
Dame
Damon
Dash
Dash. She
was the
went through
reason
R.
why she was
Kelly.
able.
She went through
Yeah, she
Jay
went to
Z.
Damon for protection.
Yeah, but she was messing sexually with all
No, but
these
she
men.
actually went to Damon for she. Nah, she really got with Damon to be like settled down. Damon had actually showed her
No, but
structure,
you don't
and
understand
what
what
they
I'm
didn't
saying to
like
you. They
about that
all were
is
sexually involved with her
is
at the
how
time.
Damon got close, how close she got to him.
They were all sexually involved with a girl that was very old, like more than 5, 10 years younger than they were.
Do you know that song
Agreed.
"Last Night" that Diddy and
Even
Keisha Cole
even
did?
Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
Not Foxy. Yeah, it was Foxy Brown. I think just came out with the fact that she was underage when she first had her first sexual, things happen with her when she started doing the music. They were sleeping with all of these girls when
Yeah,
before they even
I
became
mean, in the
of
music
age to
industry,
do so.
that's literally how it went. Yes,
That's terrible.
you
Lil
know that
Kim can
song
even
about Diddy.
attest to some of that because that's how she came out.
You know, Keisha Cole got to rise off Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you, Diddy made that song last night. If you go listen to that song, part of that song where it says "Last night, I didn't even get an answer. I
Yeah,
tried to call, but you
Yeah,
probably let me die."
I know what you're saying.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was talking about where basically that song talking about being in this cave. You know, that's like I got you in my
Right.
cave. You can't answer because I got you tied up. I got
Nah,
you
like
locked
I
down.
can't say it was. But then it was Keisha Cole that was singing with him, wasn't it? She.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he wrote that. He honestly, he wrote that for her.
It's but think about her words. If I told you once, if I told you twice, you could see it in my
It's in
eyes.
my eyes.
So it's like kind of all cried out and nothing to say.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like I don't know. There's so many signs when all these songs from the '90s that
It
we
almost does
so
remind you
into.
of a
That's fucked up,
confession
bro.
tape that he had another person add in the second person's part.
Yeah,
Right.
like
It
it's
just sounds
crazy.
like a connection at that point. Every song from that, every song from his music has given a reflection of that emulation. Now that you have seen what has come out
Like,
publicly,
you think about all the sexual
and
content that there was in the just all of the R. Kelly songs. I mean, all the way to the the TP2, TP12 or whatever it was that with the Red and Black album that he was in, and I used to listen to that all the time. You know, and
Yeah,
then all these songs
right.
now they have a different meaning to us now that we know what was going on behind the scenes of it all.
yep, yep.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Everything was all sexual content, and we're over here dancing in the '90s to it like it's nothing, and having a good time with the song, and not realizing that
Right.
was the
I
phase
mean,
of.
in all to reality, like there was so much of once that first case came out, I had literally lost interest in that situation when it comes to R. Kelly. And honestly, I started to question Jay
Yeah,
on the
but the
same
problem
note
was R.
because at the
Kelly
end of
was
the
the
day, they
fall man,
were both.
bro. R. Kelly was the fall man. It was always
Oh, of
everybody
course he
right with
was.
him.
He was the initial fall man.
It was
But
the
Yep.
that's
fall man
because
first.
he was so low on the totem pole when it came to that because of his intelligence. He was not smart. He only had all these other people around him that were helping him to associate some of this stuff and make it noise for him.
But they were
So
all
at the end
involved.
of the day, when it started to unfold, he had no control.
If you ever listen to that Lady Jaguar, right? I know a lot of people don't like her, but she will tell you everything about
Yeah,
everybody that was
it,
going on back
she
then.
in
R.
this
Kelly was just the
positioning
fall
in the
man.
industry.
There was a lot going on.
Yes, yes,
A
And
lot.
what's so crazy? And
absolutely.
what's so crazy about this? If you think about back then when Tupac was out, he was already trying to expose the shit that was going on
Yeah,
inside
but
the
Tupac
industry.
also was involved with a lot of prostitution and a lot of drug abuse inside of his hotel rooms with all of the same people. Biggie and all of them was there with him too. They was all doing it together.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So this
I'm
is the
telling you.
problem is that hip hop was not what we thought it was. Hip hop and
No,
the music that was coming from hip hop, we thought that it was cool, it was trendy, it was something to dance to, it was something of a style of a culture, and we loved the original songs that were created in that time being, not knowing what really was the industry about and how they were exploiting young women and prostitution and how they were really just projecting out everything sexually advancements that they created and things that they were doing and really boasting on these songs and all these verses, very not even caring anymore because they felt dominant over the
right.
situations because of the financial brackets that they were in. They felt that they were so at the top like Scarface that nobody would ever knock them down.
Yeah, yep, you're right. Scarface. That was shout out to Al Pacino, man. That was a badass movie.
That was a badass movie, yeah.
Badass movie. You
But you
know,
think about it, it's like we were in a facade way because that's what I mean by we're in the time of the revealing when the revelations is being open, all those seals, because it says at the end times we will be revealed, all of the people of the Lord. So you
Green is back. We
start thinking,
got the green in the building, so everybody get ready to spark it up for Reefer Green stepping in the stage. What up,
okay,
Mike Woody?
what up, Reefer Green coming
See
on
if you
back
got the
with us.
mute button on. Check your mute button.
ain't even in my.
Yeah, he's not in the space yet. You can't see him up here yet.
Oh
He's not,
shit! It
you
wouldn't let
gotta
me.
bring
I
him up.
guess it didn't. Try to.
You gotta bring
Let
him
me
up
try
on
to get
stage.
him in.
But you think about like who was your favorite artist back then, and then the suffering that they were going through.
Here it is.
Here we
What's
go. What's
up?
up?
Welcome back with us.
I'm back.
Who was your favorite artist as far
What's
as hip
good?
hop?
What's
And
good?
then
What's good?
did it break your heart to learn about those people? For everybody that doesn't know Reefer Green, he is on multiple platforms with his music. He's actually a producer, and he's out of Georgia too, right?
I'm in California.
California. Who is it that's out of
California.
fucking this? Oh, it's Big Facts that's out of Georgia.
Yeah,
California.
Big
Yeah,
Facts is from the
we just
PA, man.
California, and then we have New York in the corner with PZ Show, me in Florida, and you got Georgia up in the corner.
Got Georgia, New
Yeah,
York,
Yeah.
Florida.
well, yeah, we were talking
Shout out
about
to
the great.
GA.
We're talking about the greats and the music that they created, and who was your biggest influence with music. But then, what was the real downfall of really feeling bad about learning about what happened, because everybody was exposed
It
as
was
far as the great people that we
Tupac.
loved in music.
It was Tupac.
Tupac, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but you think about the situation with Tupac, what people don't realize is he also was involved with a lot of things as well. I was just saying that he was involved with Biggie and all the
Right.
rest of them, with prostitutions, with drug abuse, and also with a lot of hotels with women and things like that as well. But he did have a lot of good things to say, and his mother was a Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know, his
Yeah.
father and stuff. They were
Yeah, his
very
mother was
influential people.
the former wife
They were
of
realists.
a Black Panther.
Hmm
I
I think he
Yeah,
had
they
so
were
much
realists.
power to knock
Yo,
him
we
down.
could take a quick break real quick. I want to play this song to renovate what we've been talking about so far in this situation here. Just a
Let's
little
Let's
song to
go.
kind of like give
Let's
us a little
go.
down break for a second, just a few minutes. Hold on, check it out, y'all.
Hey, hey. Speezy.
It's not playing.
Thinking of something to say good. No gun control, we living like Westwood. Better watch the babies, they crazy like Edgewood. Pop and eat pills with fitting all laced up. And the model is cake up. While the models they cake up with the makeup and cake up. Up and looking like the duck. Also they can say, God damn, shawty got a big butt. And that's not the way to get caked up, but a way to get mixed up and remixed with lust. And I know this viewing it sucks, but invoking spirits is what I am tasked, so I am up. I wake up thinking how the world gon' fuck me today. They say being awake is such a criminal thing, and I just think that there is a minuscule thing. But then I look around and be like, nigga, shit, man. Over 5 on the die for gun violence. Masters and school shooters, and they think I'm wildin'. Can't excuse me if I start to crying, laughing. Irony is hiding.
It's worth fighting for.
Be of it as it may be, we out here fighting daily. Racist is what you made, we soaking in negativity. Killing for respect when we have none within me. Justice system is filthy, black equals to guilt. As if it ain't bad enough that I'm struggling with the fact that I'm getting old. I'm losing my mind, I'm pressing for time, I pray to the Lord that he keep us soul. In a world of chaos, out of control, where did the good times go? Living in hell, what do you dwell? Circles and X's, tic-tac-toe. Weave a wobble on the interstate just to make it home. Got a good woman at the house, man, we get along. I like to thank my missus, baby saved my life. She got them tender kisses, cool, calm, and got me thinking bright. Talk about the fact that we got kids, they the next when we dip out. Generational wealth, health, and prosperity, what I'm talking about. Without dropping the tip, keep up them good energy. Positive vibes endlessly, it's very necessary. My peace of mind is more than worth fighting for. Peace to your mind, me and mine, we couldn't be happier. Seek inside, drop the pride, heaviness is a choice. You didn't deny your allies, time is stopping source. Positivity is key, from my head down to my feet. Grinding hard up on these beats, staying away from messy P. Keep it simple but unique, straightforward if we ever meet. Just know I kill for my loved ones, and they'll do the same for me.
It's worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for. Fighting for. It's worth fighting for.
That's a dope song. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, I like
That was great.
Who
that
was
song.
the artist that was on there with you?
Shout out to Dipology, DIP, one of my boys from Memphis, Tennessee, and Miss, what is her name? I want to say her name is. Shout out to Dr. Weathers for giving me the collaboration with her. This was originally a song that me and him did. I did a modification where I put this artist on Dipology to the track, and with Dip, he brought a different classification for the music, and I forget this lady's name. I think it's Miss Apple or Miss Candy. I can never remember her name,
Well, that
but
was nice. The song was
as
very.
her corresponding the chorus, yeah, the way she corresponded the chorus to the song, it really connected the dots because in the beginning, when I first got put onto to the project, um, Doc's first words were to me, um, think of something good, you know, think of something to say good. All right, so in concept to that and hearing the production produced by the beat behind it, it just really was like for me, if I'm gonna say something good, I'm gonna talk about what the hell's going on that's not good, and give notice to the opposite because right now it's needed to be recognized. So for me, it was more of a informative message that I projected from it. So when I put my verse down on it and I heard Doc's verse, Doc was just basically talking about a stroll down the street and shit's kind of fucked up because you ain't got much to do, no license, no can't really drive, ain't supposed to be driving, but you doing this because you gotta get to where you gotta get to. And
Hey,
when I heard Dip's verse on it, Dip's verse came in a whole different aspect. He came in, you know, being the man who lived in a city where the greatest African American civil rights leader was assassinated.
Okay.
It spoke to the energy that still exists in that state and in that city. So it's like to me, I felt the evolution of this song. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that in this possession of this part of of the episode that we're on today for Talking Tuesdays, we're just talking about real shit going on in life. And I
right.
reflected my verse to what was going on last year. So this song has a little age on it. It hasn't been released, but it's like something that I brought together because I said to myself, "Yo,
Now,
I
why you
need
gonna have a song
something."
like that and you ain't gonna put that song out? I hate when people do that. If you have a song that you feel
I've had
proud of and good
it
with,
was
put it
a
out.
releasing issue. Yeah, it was a releasing issue with the beat, so I don't have clearance on the beat, so that's the process that it is right now. I think
Okay.
that's the biggest problem with it. I don't have clearance on the beat. I've been having a lot of hangups like that now on DistroKid. I've been trying to release my last album last year, which would have had that album on it, but I'm assuming there was a few other songs that weren't clear. The beats weren't clear. The verses and everything was solid. The beats just weren't clear. So at the end of the day, it's nothing to remake the song. I just have to find a beat that will settle in.
Yeah, that's great, man. I liked it.
You
Talking
know
about
what?
some real shit.
It's just a vibe, but we make so much music, all of us, all over the place. But in the
Mhm.
emotion of the timing, it sometimes will bring you to a place. I think I make more music with a lot of people just to enjoy the people and the vibe of it and feeling like I actually was able to join in on part of their life and a piece of their soul and the frequency. I think that was always the biggest
The
thing.
island was meant to.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you making a song with somebody, but you really connecting to what their spirit got to say. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
the biggest
it
thing
is.
about.
It really is.
And people are like, they think sometimes these songs are just for show or whatever the case, and sometimes it is with some people. They just be off the chain with some of the shit. But for real, I have
Right.
some extra people on some beats. But sometimes you get a glimpse of the actual person with that music.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It
the
gets
that's the
deep.
So,
best about it.
It definitely gets deep.
you on Band Lab, correct, Reefer?
Yes,
Hey,
You on
Reefer
Band
Green
Hold on,
Lab?
say that
been
again.
around for a long time on Band Lab. He makes
Oh,
a
you
man,
lot
like,
of
I've been on
wonderful.
I was
Band
gonna
Lab
say,
since
I think we did that. I think Reefer Green was on the cipher with us, wasn't he, Relly?
No, he was supposed to make the beat for the cipher. Actually, I requested it from him, but he didn't get. He was going through some stuff. He's one of the producers that I work with.
Right.
Mm.
yeah, I've been on Band Lab since like 2021.
Is Reefer
See,
Green? What?
a lot of us came in 21 on
Green.
Band Lab, bro. I ain't even gonna
Hey,
stunt.
I came in on 21. Hey, that's what I found. Hey, look, I was doing stuff with Dr. Weathers in 21. That's when we came up. Me and Dr. Weathers came up with that with do it. I do it like this, do it like that, do it
Mhm.
like this, then I do it like that. Then I told him no once, then I told him bring it back. Hey, shout out to Dr. Weathers,
Yeah.
man. You know, he's out there, you know, wherever he's at, you know. Shout out to Dr. Weathers, man. Miss you, bro. You need to come in and get back in the grid with us. DJ SK in. He goes by 10X Pure on Band Lab. Y'all go and check him out. He's a really good DJ, good podcaster. He really gets out there and he does his damn thing. You know, I don't know where he's at, but shout out to him. We love you, bro. We miss you. We miss our family. Come on, tap
Yeah,
in with us.
Woo.
Tap
for real.
in.
Yeah, we had
Okay.
great that we work with over the years. Being online as a musician, I've had like my own parties online and different podcasts and different, I don't know, Instagram lives with all type of stuff. You can check out like Peasy Show. He has
Yep.
Instagram unlocked for 4 years with the Peasy Show on his actual page. Jay Guns. Then you got Big Facts the
I
Truth
had to
does
think
his
about
live.
my choice on going live today. That's why I didn't go live with IG today, but we started with IG. IG came
I
into mine
live.
after like we got linked in with Fat Man Scoop. Rest in peace to the big man, Fat Man Scoop.
Man.
Yeah, that's
It's a
true.
lot going on in that realm. I mean, I feel like if it wasn't for him giving me his light to use to stand on, I wouldn't have a rep. I wouldn't have a acknowledgement of people. I probably would have got my work to speak for itself in so many ways, but I didn't have the confidence behind me as I did when that's pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
And
And
even that subtlety to it, it was like, yo, he kind of made a joke about it. Like, how the fuck you blind talk about shoot niggas and shit? How you gonna even see the motherfucker to shoot? I don't need to see. I can hear you. I'm keeping it real. I'm just being honest. I have a really good aim. People always say I'm always looking them in the face when I'm talking to them, and that's what fucked them up the most. But
Right.
what they don't realize is like it was that particularly that gave me the inspiration to do what I've been doing. Start this show, give these people a little more of me and hopefully shut me in from being such a like silent person, because when I was younger, I was quiet. I was a quiet kid. I was always being peer pressured into shit. So I just never really interacted with people well enough
Hey,
to know what was good and what was bad for me.
hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, Job, man. Peasy, bro, I was the same way. You know, when I was growing up, going to school, I really didn't care about interaction much. But you know, I had me a little girlfriend and this and that. But you know, but far as that, I really didn't interact with the kids. I didn't really start interacting with anybody until my ninth grade year. My ninth grade year was really, really crazy. I played B team football and junior varsity football. I didn't never play varsity. And then 11th and 12th grade, I dropped out. I dropped out because, you know, my school teacher told me, you're not going to graduate. You know, and I'm sitting here thinking like, really? You telling me I'm not going to graduate? But boom, I dropped the fuck out. I'm like, you know, you're not going to tell me I'm not going to graduate. I won't graduate. So I went to try to get my GED. I just, you know, I didn't really have time. I started working when I dropped out of school. Man, from 16 to 17, I was in school. I was working like a dog. Like I was working at McDonald's. McDonald's was my first job. I was getting money. I bought my first car by myself. I bought it for $300.
I got a good question for you guys. What was the first age that you created your very first song or your very first production?
First age I was when I created my very first song, I was like 13. It was me and my sister. Shit, it was me and my older sister. Like, she and I used to always like get stuck in the car listening to her mother and my father's like classic hits from Johnny Taylor. So like my dad was the type of person, we go on these long ass road trips. And all we would do is listen to like a whole bunch of like R&B, gospel, and all kind of shit like that. So it was like we as the kids in the back of the seat, trapped in the back, you know, almost like trapped in the closet. We was just sitting there trying to figure this shit out. So at the end of the day, like when we get home, and like one day, me and my sister just said, you know, let's write, let's make a song. I'm gonna make a song. Let's make a song. We're gonna take a song that we done heard before and just make it some silly ass song. So, I mean, we came up with this chorus. It came out of nowhere. It's like, dogging me around, baby. Ooh. Dogging me around, sugar. Oh. And it just went on for like that for a little bit. And it was like a couple of bars come in. It was never really a complete composed situation, but that was how it started for me. So like afterwards, I started getting in my little bag and writing my songs. My songs, and it would be like different ideas of how to create, you know, from like nothing. Because I, you know, once my sister had kind of like embarrassed me at one point, she told me at one time I can't sing, so I left it alone. For a long time, I would listen to it. I would listen to people sing, and then I would try to sing, and then at the same time, like after she did that, she kind of threw me off a little bit. So I was a little shy to start opening up like that. Well, when I first got into writing, however, the writing of it came around as poetry, because I used to write poems when I was like 14 to the girls that I like. You know, any girl that I seen, I was, oh, you cute. I'm gonna write a letter.
Yeah.
Or write a little cut. Or write a little cute poem, you know what I mean? Like, and describe the situation around her or whatever. And then be like, oh, just on a prehaps. Hey, this was my intro. Yo, how you doing? I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but I had this poem I wrote, and it's a really nice poem about a pretty girl. And I wanted you to hear it. Could you read it for me and tell me what you think?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm staring at her, giving her the lock eyes and all kind of shit. Like, yo, like, what's good? You know, just trying to put it on her. But at the same time, I had no idea that it would be like instrumental in my situation, because as I started listening to the beats, when they started handing me beats, or when we'd be in the ciphers at the lunchroom, like joining in, it's a bunch of people, niggas around talking about, and they going off like that, and it's like, whoa, that shit is cool. And then you hear somebody jump out, fresh off the scene with a fresh camera cleans, got a new kind of setting, and they just doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? So like that's trying to hype it up, and then next thing you know, the next dude come in, man, fuck you, sucker, you's a bitch ass dude. I got a couple of my niggas in the back come for you.
So,
you know what I mean?
So let's move along. I got some questions for Reefer. You know, you're a new upcoming art. Well, you've been in the loop for a long time. You know, on Band Lab since 2021. I got some questions I want to ask you because I am a podcaster. I am getting my name out there, not only in the rap game, I'm also in the wrestling world as well. You know, I've been in interviews with like Mr. Hughes from the WWE. I've met Johnny Swinger from TNA. I mean, did a lot of podcasts with a lot of people. Thunderbolt Patterson. I don't know if you know who that is. I did his nephew Saturday. I met him. But I got a few questions that I want to ask you. That way we can get to know you a little bit more. And this right here, this is gonna get people to know that you out there, get to know you and what your experiences are. How long have you been rapping, and how many albums or singles do you have, and how many experiences have you had performing live?
I've just be producing.
He's a producer. He creates beats.
So you create beats. So how many beats? Let's say how many beats have you put out there? How many people that have you interacted with? Like, let's say the main and mainstream. Like, how many mainstream artists have you connected with? Any mainstream artists?
I haven't connected with none so far.
Well, hopefully we're gonna end up changing that today. We're gonna try to change that.
I put out like over 100 beats, I think.
He has some good beats. He has some great beats, and he works with a lot of different people. A lot of people always trying to get on his beats, but he keeps them private because he holds them dear to his heart. But he has some really good material. He really does. He's very trusted on BandLab.com, and he's working on getting out there with all those beats. Hopefully, right? What are you doing? Like BeatStars soon, and you're gonna be out there with everything else.
I just made my YouTube channel.
Okay, shout it out. What's the YouTube channel?
Yeah, plug it in, bro.
Oh yeah, it's Reefer Green Beach.
Okay. You got it. Okay. What's your process? You know, what would be your process in creating your beats? How do you nurture your creativity?
How I make the beat.
Like, what's your process? What kind of process you go through? How do you get in the mood? How do you get in the mood to be like?
What is your elevation what inspires you to create the beats you make? That's what I see what he's asking.
It's just something I love to do.
It's something you love. Okay, we love doing this, everybody. But what I'm really saying, like, what kind of process do you go through? Like, let's say, what puts you in that mood? What puts you in the mood? Do you have to go through something, or do you come, or you just get in the lab, be like every day, like most people do? They get in the lab once every day, and they going through some stuff, and that's our escape. But what's that process? What's the process elimination like? What kind of process do you go through?
It's the reefer. Like, I gotta have the weed to like make me do this, like to keep me going.
Okay.
It's a motivator.
It's the weed.
It kind of motivates you, push you into space. So basically, you elevate your mind to be able to get through it. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, your goal. Everybody's got a goal. Like, my goal is to try to become something that somebody's never seen, because it's hard to come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I dropped down to the bottom. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. I went through the addiction process. You know, the addiction in the last 3 years. You know, at 2021, I was real strong out on methamphetamine. And my goal was to get myself clean. And, you know, I got into a little bit of trouble and everything like that. But so what are your long-term goals as a producer?
I just want to keep being consistent with it. Like doing it,
that's one part of it. Gotta be.
That's cool.
Keep an algorithm, start your network.
All day, every day.
That's right. You know, we always got to put goals. We got to set a standard to ourselves. You know, we got to have some kind of standard right there. And we got to keep pushing and keep going, no matter where it's at. That's like work. Everybody got to work to eat. Everybody got to grind to get better. You know, so that's one thing. Collaboration. And, you know, if you was able to collaborate in with any artist, you know, mainstream or non-mainstream, who would you want to collaborate with?
It'll be Chief Keef.
Chief Keef? Okay. Chief Keef from O
All
Block.
right, Chief Keef, you got a
Yeah,
beat
so
maker that wants you to work with him. Let's go.
Hey man, look, Chief Keef, I don't,
You
you
out
know,
there watching.
if you out there, bro, hey dog, this man go by Reefer Green on Band Lab, man. If you can try to, if you can reach out to him. He want to work with you, big dog.
Yeah. And
Who
on that note, since we
would
working with, we talking about music at this point right now. I'm gonna come back to you on your question, Facts. I got you on that. Trust me. I just want to do this real quick because I had a surprise.
know you straight, big dog.
Bumping this right here first. I've been bumping this right here of really is for a while now. I don't know if she even remember we did this track right here, but I'm about to run this for her and see what she think. At the end of the day, it's a good
What
track,
you
and
gonna
I
put
had.
on?
I think it's nice.
Why nobody ever asks me questions when we nobody puts me.
Now I can get your passport right to hit the road. I take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey, let's go. Okay. I can get your passport right to hit the road. I'll take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey, let's go. Okay. Hi, my name is Andre and I'll be your tour guide. Take you on a run from New York to Dubai. If you coming around with me, we're going round the world. Yeah. Take copyright, heading to New Delhi and VI. You can see that you ain't got a handle for us to have fun with me. Come on, we gon' get up, we out. Come on, get up, we gon' yeah. Let me know something now, cause I'm ready to leave. Girl, I can get your passport right to hit the road. I take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey yo, let's go. Okay. I can get your passport right to hit the road. Let me take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey yo, let's go. Okay.
Everything you say, no. Take it on the road and know that we can go. Up on planes inside the show. Hey yo, okay. He says that we're gonna ride. I'll be there feeling like everything you do, we get it right. Hey yo, okay.
Come on, get up, we gon' get out. Come on, get up, we gon' yeah. Let me know something now, cause our plane leaves at 3. Girl, I can get your passport right to hit the road. Take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey, let's go. Okay. I can get your passport right to hit the road. Let me take you anywhere in the world you're trying to go. You can pick a place and time, don't need no clothes. Hey, let's go. Okay. Hey,
That was some fire. That got some fire to it now.
Got some heat. Got some to it.
That was a go-go.
Most
That was
definitely.
definitely a go-go. mean,
I'm trying to find it.
if you,
I'm trying to sit down and hey, I got a question. How's the StreamYard thing work? Like I know we live
how
and
does it
all.
work?
Yeah, how does the
As we're
StreamYard work?
live,
Like, does it go live on YouTube?
as we are streaming live,
I
we are
think
actually
it
able
should.
to
If you have a YouTube,
broadcast to
it
our
could be.
streaming channels or networks wherever we are streaming from, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, and also included in this sense in this sanctum is what is that damn
Your cord's in the
sanctum
way
of
again.
Instagram. Hold on a
Your
second.
cord's in the way again.
I got you.
But anyway, that was a very good song. You know, I like the concept of it. You know, it was
Definitely a flow.
who made that right there? You made the beat?
Production wise, the beat was produced by Legion Beats, the legendary producers of the mainstream world. But also
Relly's out.
the production really as an artist
I'm back.
joining in and it got
Okay,
I didn't
good.
even
I'm
get
glad.
to hear it, bro. I didn't even get to hear it. One of my old neighbors called me in the middle of it. It cut the whole live off. I was like, what the fuck? That's all right. You can send it to me later. I couldn't even hear
I
it.
got it for you. But yeah, like that was one of the tracks that I came into that was around the first time me and Relly started working together. We had a project that we had already worked on once, and I ended
We
up
worked on
scrapping
a
it because
few.
it didn't
I
work
thought we
out.
were gonna do an
Yeah,
EP. What happened?
we
Everybody
almost had
asking
at
for
least
EPs from
a
all
good
of
3
y'all.
songs
Y'all need to
together.
stop playing with me.
EP.
Let's do this EP. I need a short fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks, and we just put out a small album.
Okay.
We should
Hey,
even
look,
get
me
all
and Relly's working
interactive
on
with it.
something right now. I ain't had a chance to really get in there and redo my verse, but trust me.
I'm gonna kill you because you over there. I gave him that song a while ago. I'm a 2-second person. You put the beat on, I'm on it.
Hey, look, I wrote.
Quick. I'm gonna hit that
See,
beat. That's what I do. And then when I gave it to him, he was like, "Hold up, I gotta work on it." I'm like, "How long, bro? I'm be freaking 65 years old by the time you're done."
That's what
you know, I got a lot going on with the vibes and stuff and the podcast and everything that I've been doing. I still got this. I still ain't even got a chance to edit the Thunderbolt. But we gonna get back. We coming back to the interview questions right now.
Like Peasy said, me and Peasy still got some unfinished business. We gotta get on some beats. Reefer Green should provide those.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna put you out on my TikTok. Everybody gonna get to know you a little bit on TikTok. I got 1,059 subscribers on my TikTok page, and that'll help you get out. I'm gonna see about blasting your music on J Smooth stuff. Shout out to J Smooth. He's on TikTok. Y'all need to go check him out.
TikTok. Okay, I'm gonna make another one.
Yeah, I got some Instagram.
I got
Instagram. I got TikTok. I got YouTube, and you can join me on every live that I get on to. Anybody's live, I bring everybody in.
We all get inspired from something. What would be your inspiration, and what inspired you to start producing beats and becoming a producer?
You said what would be my inspiration?
What was your inspiration to start making beats and became a producer? What inspired you to do that?
I don't know. Like I believed in myself. Like something told me to like after I made my first beat, just to like keep going with it, like keep putting it out, like. And then like once I saw my plays go up on BandLab, it just made me want to keep making more and then posting more. And then the more I kept seeing like the people liking it, it just made me keep doing it. Like
that's a fact.
Being consistent with it.
It's a big consistency and an inspiration. Like when you start to see how you're.
I didn't know I could do that though.
The production and everybody joining in and everybody getting crazy with it and all we be going all the way in and it's like okay, this party, you know, that's what it's all about.
It's like I'm in the kitchen, like I'm cooking. Like it made me feel like I'm cooking, like for the people.
I agree, and you cooking up flavor that people can savor in and hold on to it. It's not something that's gonna dissipate. So
It's
that's
still
the
like
beauty
it's
of
like
it
food to
all.
me. It gotta be
Yeah.
good before I put it out, so the people could come back for more. Like
Staying
Right.
consistent.
There it is.
One thing about the algorithm, you have to stay consistent on your For You page. Everybody's got a For You page. When you go out there and you post your content to the world, and all these hashtags and stuff to be able to get seen. Hashtag FYP. You always put that out there, and it's going to jump on the For You page. But you got to stay consistent with it, and there is a timely manner when it comes to things like that I had to learn with posting. Yeah, you can go out there, you can make a song today, tomorrow, the next day, and put out 5 or 6 songs. But if you consistently make a song and you consistently make music and you go out there, you want to make sure that your stuff is out on the For You page. You want to use 10. If you don't use 10 or more hashtags on your stuff, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get views. I get anywhere from 200 and 300 views on each video I post out on TikTok. It might not be nothing to do with music. I might go out there and do a little juggle dance or something and put it on there. It's just because I'm trying to stay consistent with the world and get them to come out there and just look to see what I got going on. So that brings me along to performance. I mean, having a good performance in your
Everybody
music
calling me.
and
Everybody calling me.
performing. Sometimes you got to go live with it to be able to perform and show the world what you can
Damn,
do
it
and
did it again.
make them like, oh well, he's good, like he's real good. So once you show the world what you're made of, they're gonna be like, oh well, we ain't never heard of him before. And they stroll along on live. Let's say you're live on TikTok doing your thing. They see you and they're like, okay, let's subscribe. So they subscribe to your page, and then you're live. And then next thing you know, they share your live video to the world. But having a good inspiration and performance. So how do you deal with this if you was to go out into the public or go live? How would you deal with the disinterested or unruly audience? How would you deal with the unruly people? Like people that are trying to bring you down or trying to make you feel some kind of way and try to say that you're not good when you know you are.
I like that because it's gonna motivate me. Because
yeah,
if they don't like it, like eventually they will. Like
right.
Eventually they will.
That comes alongside that dude. What's it say? Gotta let him cook. He's cooking. Let him cook. You gotta be able to cook.
Right.
Hey, that's like me. Hey, look, I'm a beast in the kitchen when it comes to cooking.
If you have people that dislike it's gonna make you wanna, like, okay, I gotta make you like it now. Like,
okay, so we all got our struggles and our strengths, and we sometimes we fail at certain things, and sometimes we go hard on certain stuff. What would be your strengths? What's your strengths to carry on and keep pushing? What's your I don't want to say this. You don't have to say what your setbacks are or anything, but I want to know about your strengths. What is your strengths to be able to become the greatest producer?
Yeah, I'm back. Scuttles called me. It was his fault.
Just being consistent no matter what.
DJ Scuttles jumped in and called me.
My bad.
And I couldn't get in. So I said, get on the show. We got Reefer Green. We got all types of craziness going on out here.
You don't miss half the questions, Scuttles.
Yeah, DJ Scuttles is also a producer that is also out there.
You don't miss half the questions, dog.
Keeps calling me. I'm gonna have to keep adding people on the show. What can I do?
So I'm gonna run through the same thing with you, Scuttles. I'm gonna run through the same thing with you, just like I'm running with him. But
Yes, sir.
here's my last question, and I'm gonna cut it short with you.
Easy, your show is popping tonight. That's right. Jay Guns on the money all day.
You know it. And I'm just sitting back
Right.
enjoying
You
the
know
ride
when
because
Relly
at the end
come,
of the day, this is
Relly
a
bringing a
beautiful
whole
thing.
squad, bro. When Relly come,
Love
Relly
it.
bringing everybody. I'm bringing the whole damn town with me. Fuck that shit. Let's go. We all
All
going.
right, so this is my last question for you. What do you use? What kind of software? What do you use to make your beats with? What do you produce on? Some people might use FL Studio to go out and make beats, or they might use Pro Tools, or they might use BandLab. What all software you use, and why do you use the software?
I honestly I do it off my phone. I use like Pro Tools.
Okay.
When I started off, I was using BandLab, but then I started like wanting to use like other stuff, like other
things.
like other things.
Yeah, see, I make beats as well. I got a few beats that I've been cooking on. I've done it all. I've been into the studio. I've been mixing and mastering since I was 15 years old. I've done work with a lot of folks. I've met the Yin Yang Twins, Lil Johnny, Eastside Boys. I've met Lil Scrappy. I've done stuff for Shark Gang. Shout out to Shark Gang. I don't know if you know who they are. Y'all go out there. I've done a lot of stuff. I've been in the studio with Young Nina. Shout out Young Nina. He's a really good producer and filmmaker, far as when it comes out to film. Far as Big Bank, Mr. 912.
I think we should play a game.
We getting there. We getting there. We gonna play the game. We gonna play to go to the kitchen and bring it back.
The kitchen and bring it back. Throw it back.
Hey, go get me a spoon. Go get me a spoon.
Yo, we got 2 beat makers on this show. We got 3 freestylers. Who got a motherfucking beat on this bitch?
Oh, I got one.
Playing.
Hold on.
I got one. Y'all want to hear it?
Throw me a beat. I got 2 mega beat makers.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna send it.
My bad.
Let's see.
Who got the beats for the beast?
I was gonna make the
right here. Let's see if it's gonna work.
We're gonna throw a beat on. You could feature your beat right now. Freestyle on that bitch like you just made a whole damn song. They don't even. Y'all already know how Peasy get down too. You eat that shit just like a burger. I eat that bitch like a pizza. Stop playing and not for nothing.
Hey.
Big Facts right over there. He got some bars on him now. Stop playing.
Y'all ain't heard nothing.
Let's have fun with this damn live. Let's go. I want to hear who got the beats. Bring that shit to the street because
Well,
ready to eat.
I don't know what's going on with my logic.
Let's go. Let's bring that bitch. Okay, go open it up. It's your show. Oh, I got it closer. It's too far. Can't hear it that much. Damn.
Oh.
We need somebody with good speakers. Can't hear it that good.
Can y'all hear that?
Shout out to DJ Scuttles. DJ Scuttles tried, but it wasn't that loud. We couldn't hear it that
think my
good.
blood pressure shot through the roof. Cause I'm over here sweating bullets,
Y'all
bro.
breaking in and out.
Damn.
Hey, y'all. I'm
Y'all
sorry.
are breaking in and out.
I know. We need to hear the beat, but it's hard to hear the beat though like that.
My apologies.
Oh,
Forgive
What
me.
we gonna have to do?
That's DJ Scuttles trying to show his beautiful work that he makes all over the world that he puts out there everywhere.
All right,
Most
so
definitely.
Scuttles
All right,
is loading.
Oh, where did Scuttles go? Damn, he's buffering.
How about this?
That's the Fed. That's the Fed. That's the Fed breaking in.
Oh, damn, Feds always breaking something up. Come on, Reefer Green, you got a beat you want to hear? You want to put out there? So we can freestyle on that bitch?
Oh, yeah, what kind you guys like? Y'all like trap?
Anything. Hold up.
I don't know what that is, but
I'm coming.
Oh,
Like trap.
I like that beat right there. That shit is fire. Yeah. They call me Big Facts. I go with the stat. Every know I got the pack. I'm gonna do it like this, then do it like that. Tell them to bring it them back. I am the DJ, I'm repping the rap. I got the rap hitting the booth. Why would it rap? I'm gonna show you that I ain't no cap.
I
I'm
don't hear the
gonna
beat,
do it
bro.
and do it again. I'm finna go ahead getting the win.
I don't hear the beat. I hear you acapella. Damn, no beat.
Oh no, she can't hear the beat, bro. Listen,
Oh
I can hear the
no,
beat.
I can't hear the beat. Hear the beat. Go.
the
Oh
sound is
no,
going
I
off
can't hear
in
the
the
beat.
background. I couldn't even turn it up if I wanted to. But
Damn.
that's whack now.
So
Now, oh no,
Somebody play a
somebody
beat.
tried to step in. They must have got bumped out. So I'ma bring them back in. The freestyle beginning to the top to the bottom.
Freestyle to
Just
the top.
trying to
top,
get it,
top,
so I
top,
got them. I know I gotta holler. If anybody know I'm about to spout up, I break out like a breakout on your skin tough.
Play a beat.
I ain't got time for the rough stuff. I freestyle like a brisk now. I drink you like a tea style. Oh,
Damn.
I don't think you know. The flow is super cold whenever I flip it flow. I flippy flow like flippy toes. You know them flippies go off the top like a rip rock. I hop, rip, and roll.
Y'all gonna
Yo,
make me
it's
damn.
just a
Y'all
freestyle,
make-
just
you're
how
gonna
it
make me get a
goes. Off the
motherfucking-
top of the dome, the solo is old dope.
Off the top of the dome, this is how we do. Everybody think about it, but they ain't in our crew. We in our crew right here, and that's true. And everything the government do, they could go ahead and boo-hoo. Cause any day we gonna hit that shit like you-hoo. They ain't even fucking messing with us. They're wishing that they could cuss, but they can't even curse. That hex our lives. And everything they do, they wanna apologize. So I see somebody ass waving by. Is that a
Yeah.
titty? What the fuck is going on? That's so silly. I can't even believe what the hell I see in
Yo.
my city. What up? What up? What up?
yo,
Yo, what up? How you got in two different places?
yeah,
Bro, you got a whole
Turn
twin.
that up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tripping.
I'ma
That
tell you
is
everything.
crazy, bro. You got yourself
What?
in two
What?
different places like you got a whole
Yeah.
twin. You got me fucked
That
up.
thing
like
don't went out. And when I went dead, man, this thing don't stay thing go dead too quick. I charge this thing up.
Damn.
Yo, what they wanna
Wow,
do.
that's that.
Went
There you go,
dead.
there you go. All right, we got
Somehow
everybody up
Scuttle
on the
got
show.
out of there,
This
but
shit
we
is
got him
crazy.
back. What's
Yeah.
up, buddy? You back in here?
Yeah.
What up, what up, what up? How you doing, everybody? What's going on?
Oh yeah. There we go.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
begin. We're gonna play a game. It's gonna be an exercise for everybody with their lyrical ride. You got the producer
Hey.
with shades on, feeling good inside. I feel that
That's
shit
right.
on the ride. I want to hear the beats, so where the hell they at? But if they don't want to come, then I'ma still click and clack that shit right back on the track, and I'ma bring that shit to the way that they attack, and attack that shit like rat attack, cause you know that really be bringing it back. And anytime they want to get that shit, this is how we hit that shit like that, cause we up in the Peasy show. That's right, no peas and woes, and they don't understand how we run the bows, and that's why I got facts over there in the corner.
Yeah.
And relax with a fucking track, right? What you
That's
got?
right.
Facts, throw it back. You got the
Yeah.
computer. You got the computer. Big facts. Throw the shit on.
Yo.
Damn! We are alive, people. We are alive. He's like, yo.
Let me tell him one time.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Hell yeah.
What?
Let me
Let me chop my stick. Yeah. Hit him with a blick. I don't give up. Smoke my cigarette.
Yo, you got the
Where
computer.
it
Big
is.
facts. Throw some beats on your computer so we can hear it out loud.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
Hey,
I got you.
ready to rock. Ready to rock. Y'all ready to rock. Ready to bring this shit right back on the block. Peasy, what you
That's
doing
not
over there? You
funny.
so damn quiet, bro.
I'm about to stop the music so we can hear something else since y'all don't hear the theme song bumping in the
Bro, I can see
background.
you one camera in one way. I can see you another camera another way, like you got a whole.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Hey.
Here it goes. This is how we
Yeah.
gonna get the show out. We got the show out. We got the producers with the glasses on. They don't give no fucking no passes on.
What the fuck going on?
Okay, I gotta get my headphones on for this one. Hold
I
on.
don't know what the hell is going on with this shit.
Oh damn! I heard a beat and I was gone. What happened? What happened, Captain? I was there. I was in the momentum. Okay. I hear some opera or some shit. Let's go. Hey, hey. Peasy, open that bitch. Open that bitch, Peasy.
What's wrong with it?
I can hear it, but it's a little choppy, so that's
It's
the whole
so
thing.
choppy.
It is choppy.
Damn, what
Y'all want
happened?
me to play one of my beats?
We couldn't hear it that good.
It's the fact that it's because it's not coming from the
Hello?
main from a source that we can all catch on. I think that we're gonna
Can you
get a
share
lot of
one?
choppiness. I would
But
say
can you-
if you send it to somebody, get the beats over to me, if anything.
Yeah, you gotta
Then
send
we
it
can
to him,
actually
and then he
upload
can
them.
put it up.
I
Send
can
Yeah,
it.
but
upload
Peasy,
them on the
you know
live.
what,
It's
J
breaking
Guns?
up.
J Guns,
Send it.
J Guns, just put whatever beats you got on then, and from whatever you got in your system.
In my system right now, that's the PZ show theme song. That's the only one I got so far.
Damn. Oh my gosh, we were right there.
Yeah, I couldn't really load up a lot of instrumentals. I didn't have any at the time, and I wasn't really using it because that Saturday Night Cyphers wasn't really jumping like that on the YouTube for the most part. So apologies on that, but I can possibly work this out. Could possibly work this out. Just gonna have to give me
Possibly
some
work
time to get
this
this
out.
in.
Time to bring the beat slick out.
I don't
Let's
know what
get
the
this
hell
shit
going on
running
with this
down,
shit.
running down just the way that we be running about. And every day, this is what we do, motherfuckers. I'm glad y'all watching us too. We gotta get live with it like it's how we do. Then we all straight musicians. This is our lives. This is what we do all day.
Stand on business. Hey. Stand on business, bitch.
Stand on business. Stand on business.
Stand on business.
Stand on business.
Yeah, I'm A1 hot sauce. Yeah, you know I got this salt. Yeah, I ain't pressing on them haters. Yeah, I got a bro. Yeah, I'm finna ball like Jordan. Yeah, shot call it. Yeah, hit that 23, 1, 2, jump shot. Riding with them haters. Riding with the paper. Yeah, these boys out here trying to fix the equation. I got the equation. My mathematical persuasion. Gotta hit it like 1, 2. That shot clock go boo. It's your boy Big Facts. I got the bag, I got the sack, I got the crap. Yeah, them bitches have crabs. Ooh, dip them down, they like that. Ooh, smack attack. Popeye, I see my spinach 1, 2, 3, like a bird I see. Ric Flair drip on me. So yeah, I feel this beat, you know, but one thing about it is I can't put it where I want to put it on now. You know, I can't put it out there on the live or nothing. It's not letting me do nothing like I want to do.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of that going on. It's the confusion of trying to get all that to sort itself out. The
So
reflection is kind
freestyle.
of
We just
weird.
gonna freestyle straight up acapella
Yeah.
then. We could do this freestyle acapella if we ain't got no beat. We don't need no beat. This is what we do.
You know,
Come on. All right, let's get this game on. You start a verse and everybody gotta say one little thing and it's gonna add to the next one. So wherever you end that person has to pick up where you left off. So if I come out and I be like, I'm beating the beat in the streets and I feel, then you got to come out with feel. What are you gonna continue with that last word that I say? So,
I might just use this as a party mic.
the funny mic. So all right,
This
you
is a
guys,
party
it
mic.
is Peasy Show. It is J Guns Show. J Guns, let us off with a straight acapella, and I'm gonna follow your flow, and we're gonna pass it over.
So we doing it like that.
Straight acapella. We don't need a beat. Clean. Let's go.
Oh, so we doing it like that. Let me see what.
We're
Let me
doing
see
it
what I
like
got going
that.
All
We're
right. Then.
doing it like, there you go. Let's go. He said, I gotta get
Well,
my
welcome to the Mass Mud. Oh, damn.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I got two different things jumping in my ear. But welcome to the mass murderer mayhem and most definitely a place where we can be the bee of the bee's knees and actually show niggas how to beef with bees with ease. You know the shit that we please on. We just trying to get our G's on, stack a couple cheese ons till the peas on start leaning on like the pythons when you stop them in your teeth. Yeah, chomping on that pizza. You know what we get into the big zog. That's just what we are. Whenever we come through, we project nothing but star activities. If you fuck with who? The crew. That's who we is. What we gotta do is stand true to the shit that you knew, and so you already knew what we came to do. Exercise, put the beat on the exercise and run it, ride. Let that bitch rip ride. You don't know what we go through when we go inside the deep undergrounds of the belly of the beast, when we kill shit on a scene never seen before, just how we beam on them. You don't know. The death-defying flow, that's just how it goes whenever it comes to Blondo. And I call me that Blondo, that blind folk that come through. GD staffing up with 6 foes on him. Many niggas know I rep C's and G's though, and sit low with a couple of foes in my back foe.
Back folk. That's the way we move backwards, just like a backwards that you roll. I feel that shit because it be out of control, and it's adequate though, the way that we really rolling with the soul. They ain't ready to hear the way that we could freestyle though. Acapella on this bitch like we really do blow everybody up out the fucking misery that everybody thinks about the epitome of everything they do. I can't even see the way they acting like some fools. I'm just chilling with you, not even worried about this world. This world is a piece of shit, like a girl standing on the block trying to fucking act like she looking for a swirl or maybe a pearl out of the way that she be playing herself. Everybody licking and they thinking about health or wealth, but I'm sitting here just for the stealth, because that's the way that we do in the almighty world of the ways, and they can't even touch us even if they wanted to get paid. They're always sitting around wishing that they could get laid, but I don't even see this shit because it's adequately faded into the phase of the pays, and the people that's wrong in their ways, I be cutting them down the throat. They be feeling like they holding their fucking own self on a t-shirt saying whoa. I don't even worry about that shit because they woke. If they listening to me and my folks, we killing that shit every day like we do, and they can't touch us because they some motherfucking fools. Yeah, you got it. Facts. You got fools at the end. Let's go. Hey. Facts.
Did you
gotta
put
match
that
up fools.
Oh my god. Yeah. What is that shit?
Damn.
Ready with that motherfucking shit, man.
Damn. The fuck going on over there?
That shit funny, man.
I'm bugging out.
Make your ass laugh.
That sound like a witch. What the fuck happened?
Right. That just sounded real devil.
That was crazy. Reefer Green, you want to add something?
Yeah. How the fuck do you change this motherfucker?
You want to add something, Reefer?
This device is ready to pair.
What the fuck is going on?
The Bluetooth is ready to pair, apparently. I don't know.
Yo. Wait a fucking minute right now.
You're supposed to freestyle and you're over here talking crazy. Bro, man is supposed to freestyle.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with my microphone. That shit's going crazy.
What the fuck happened? I don't even know what's going on either.
Yo.
You can't get
like
don't get a flow. You gotta go with the flow, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting slow. My hip is hurting. Yeah. Freestyle, bro.
Yeah.
On the mic.
I'm trying to get the bitch going right.
Trying to get the bitch going right, going left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Hey.
There you go.
Hey. Yeah. I gotta do it. Get into it. This your boy, yeah. I'm on the movement. I gotta win some more. Yeah, I gotta do it so. It's your boy, I gotta go. Feel the blow, you know. Oh, yeah, you know. I don't hear this podcast. Yeah, I got a podcast. Yeah, I give it, break it down, I give it straight to the ass. I smoke my reefer. I drink my drink. Yeah, I'm a Christian. Yeah, you hear your thing. Yo, fuck what they think about me. Yo, I'm not an OG. No, I'm not no GD. But I rep my CDC from the BID and L-Town. Everybody know who I am. Yeah, I got that street cred. Yeah, see, you know I am. Hey, I am the man with say, I got the plate. I'm finna feed the world. Fuck the hate. Take it away. Yo, I'm gonna take it away. I gotta do it. Yeah, shout out to Peasy. He got that music. Hey, shout out to Relly. Shout out to Reefer. Reefer Green, Smoking Kiefer. Yeah.
Jay Gunn.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out of this world. Yeah, shout out to DJ Scuttle. Shout out to Dr. Wells. Yeah, I like that shit.
He is just loving that microphone. He is loving the microphone, people. He loves it.
I love this shit.
Love
You know,
it.
I love this shit.
Hey.
That became a word for it, huh?
Hey.
And
Hey.
just got some shit like
Welcome
that.
to the belly of the beast, is you with me? Welcome
Yeah.
to them folks that's in the streets, night is you with me? Welcome to my people in the streets, is you with me? Hey, representing for my niggas, if you with me? Hey, talk the loudest, come on, is you with me? Bruh, where you from? Tell me where you with me. Hey, who you with? Yeah, who you with? Bring it back, we bring it up and bring it forward. I
Bring
just
it back.
seen a motherfucker snoring in the back corner.
In the back.
Damn, that must be impossible. Must be a shit that's impossible. Shit stew. I shit through like the shit stews. Every time I spit food first, ain't nobody worse. I'm just a versus, a worse person. Whenever it comes to putting down all of these burst spits. Yeah, them burst spits will leave you worse quick. Twisted like an ankle on the first hit. From the jump, bitch, I ain't got no time to play with this. This my flow. I just kill this shit. Every time I rip, I bust that hoe. Off the top, though, this just how it goes. Whenever I get cold, you already know.
No.
Whoa.
You already know.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
get the first done. Yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Remember really for a minute there.
What in the world?
It's like what
Yeah.
in the world? What?
I hear
What
Max
world?
Echo just come through
Hey,
like
look,
a gecko,
one thing-
changing all of these colors. Got some boys incognito sitting up in the corner like Elico Lebro. They hit them back with the re-roll. They come through with these pre-rolls trying to tell you they got gold. But that's just me though. I'm telling you off the cut, folks. I'm cutthroat. Ain't got time for these fuck hoes. They talk to. Yeah, that means they talk shit. Foot tips.
Talk your shit, dog.
They talk shit.
Talk
to
your
foot
shit,
tips.
dog. Talk that shit.
Wow. That was
Listen,
beautiful, my friend.
You know how long it's
You know-
been since I've been freestyling? I ain't touched the microphone in so long, I could fucking kill something right now.
I fucking kill everything.
You know, and like,
It's just crazy.
Everybody say, ready, get up on the beat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Ready on the beat, get ready on the beat, what really on the beat,
I be on the beat all the time every day.
Really on the
Really
beat,
on the beat. I be on the beat all the time every day. I put really on the beat.
Put really on the beat,
And I bring it one way.
Yeah.
Really on the beat.
really on the
I
beat,
bring it every time, every day, you up on the rhymes.
Put really on the
The way
beat,
I hit that shit all the time, and I hit
Yeah.
that shit like I hit the shit right. They ain't ready for the shit when you go fight. All day.
Yeah.
All day long, bro. I love, you know what I would love to have
Yeah.
y'all just come have a cookout and we just freestyle all night and just have a fucking
What?
jam on us. I used to do that
Yeah.
too when I was younger. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Everybody was getting in. You gotta get in, you gotta get in. That's it.
Whoa, and
You
then
gotta catch
with
up with it. What the hell's going on over Big Fat, what the hell?
here we go.
The devil.
But coming in with the creepy shit. That fast coming in with the creepy voice and
Lord,
shit.
if your head starts spinning, I'm gonna start spinning.
Yeah.
Word. That's it. It's like that's the last straw. We're gonna shut the shit. We're gonna have to shut the show down. This nigga done gone fuck. They gone completely demonic. Yeah, it's gone.
No,
completely
hey,
demonic.
look, that's just the microphone, bro. Hey, that's what the show. That's what, hey, look, hey, I brought the microphone out. Yeah, one time for him. Yeah.
It's that you know what that reminds me of? That old school fucking, like, remember they used to make them songs in the 80s? They'd be like, frick it. They had some voice like that.
Yeah.
You got a block party. They're like, rock it, don't stop it. Gonna rock it, don't stop. They had that type of shit to it.
Hey,
you know what?
it's working all around the clock.
Hey, that's the kind of voice
Man.
that shit had. You
That's
gotta
pretty
see
cool.
that shit on that bitch right there. That's the shit that they was using back
Word.
then.
What?
You know what I'm saying? It'd be
Well,
that would be dope too.
That was the block parties in New York and shit. Everybody over there singing "Follow Me." They don't even know where to follow themselves to the bathroom.
What?
Drunk out their ass. Talking about follow me. Like, where are you going? Where are you going? I don't know. That's
Right.
But you know one thing I learned about this rap game.
What
It
you
takes
know
a
about
long
this
time to
rap
get
game?
into it.
Owners of the rap game all the time, spitting flames, sitting everybody like they really gotta remain to places that they can't understand, and they're insane. That every way we bring that shit up, gotta eat that bitch like I fucking eat the food on my plate. I don't give a fuck if I'm late. I bring that shit right to their face, and if they can't touch that, I bring the tool too. And if they can't see that, they act like some fools because they're laying down too everywhere with my crew. They ain't ready for the way we spitting that spaghetti. They could go ahead with that shit because I sit it on their face. They ain't ready for the way I'm hitting that bitch because I sit them right all in their motherfucking place. Oh, I be doing this shit forever. Forever,
Mic
ever,
drop.
ever. Drop the mic.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
About to see what we got in here.
So we got about, I think, about 15 more minutes.
15 minutes to that 3-hour mark.
Yeah.
Been on here for going on 3 hours.
We done did it.
almost.
Treat.
Put out a little bit of music. We did our thing tonight. You know, we want y'all to keep come on through and keep on vibing with this.
Get loose with it.
So we probably gonna make this a landslide every Tuesday at 7 or 8 p.m. whatever time Jai Gunshot. What you think, Jai?
What you got?
I mean, it's not gonna be long before then. It's not gonna be long. We probably gonna run it. We gonna run the same for the next hour. Probably gonna hit it off at 11. But I'm just saying, like, we've been running for 3 hours now. We can run it another one more just for the case.
Damn, he said, can we go another hour? And I'm like, damn, I was gonna take a shower, and now I gotta sit here for an hour.
Oh, I do too. That's the point. I was like, I literally came home from work. I haven't even changed out of most of my work clothes.
I've been working.
Got you one of them.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting double voice.
You know what? I love that shit. I love that everybody when you ain't got
I apologize for that.
You know what y'all men be doing? Whenever y'all men don't got nothing else to say, you hell yeah. Like a motherfucker be talking for like a half an hour, you ain't even listening, you be like, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I hate that men do that shit. You could be when I'm having a conversation with a man and I'm serious as fuck, and he just be like looking at me. When that motherfucker say hell yeah, I be like, bitch, you wouldn't listen to a fucking word I said.
You was not listening.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm feeling? You know what I'm saying? And then when I look at their face, they be so damn scared. They be like, hell yeah. I be like, bitch, you wasn't listening to nothing I said. Nothing. That shit make me so mad. Oh, they be like, all right, you're not listening to a fuck shit that anybody said. You're not listening. If that's listening, he laughing because he know he does it too. Men got a problem with that. Hell yeah. I don't know who introduced that, but that is so terrible. It's terrible because that's how you save yourself from the conversation when you ain't know what the fuck is going on.
It does too. It's not even a joke, but it's so real. And you know how
It's
many
so
times I done
fucked
said
up.
that shit and
Like,
didn't hear
man,
half
I
the
caught
damn
on to
shit
that
going
shit,
on.
yo. I caught on to that shit. That shit made me mad because I'm
Yeah.
like, hold up, are you not listening to what did I say then? And they just, well, I'm saying hell yeah though, you know, like no, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit makes me mad as
It
fuck, yo.
is,
I'm
though.
like, what the fuck, yo? I've been like, you know what? If you can't
It
repeat the
really
last
is. It
sentence,
is something that like men need to really be better at.
they,
It's
I
like
don't
the
know.
selective
I want
hearing
to
in
know who is
men.
the first man that ever created the hell yeah because I slap him right in his face.
That is a good question.
Because I tell you,
That is
everybody
definitely a
that
good
ever
question.
had a boyfriend for a female, anybody who had a boyfriend, you know damn well when you talking to that man serious shit and he don't know what to do, he gonna be hell
Right.
yeah, man.
It was the
Hell yeah.
very first male therapist.
That shit pissed me the fuck off. Oh my gosh. Oh my, and it's like y'all
That
don't,
is wild.
but
though.
that's the ultimate save, and you think that we don't know that that's what you're trying to do to us.
Yep.
Don't ask. But I think every
You
woman.
gonna need therapy.
No, I'm telling you the truth. You know, every girlfriend that each one of y'all had when they was talking that shit, you didn't want to hear
Probably.
what you said, or you watching TV and she talking about something you don't give a fuck about. Well, you turn around and say, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You don't even know what the fuck she said. You don't care.
Hell yeah.
You'll have no idea how many times I done got dragged into some shit that I supposedly agreed to by saying that same thing, doing it
You
the
see?
same way.
Hell yeah. Hey, it's okay.
That shit is real. That shit is real talk.
It
And that
is.
shit got to stop.
It
I'm gonna
really
make a
is.
campaign. I'm gonna make
All right.
a campaign, an anti-hell yeah campaign.
Alright.
Now the next man that
No
say
more
hell
hell
yeah,
yeah.
he better say something else before he say hell yeah, because I know damn well he ain't listening. I
It's
know.
like no more hell yeah.
I think it was Stone Cold that made that shit. Hell yeah. Crashing cans on his head and shit. What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
You see?
Fucking
It's like a
Yankees kicking
save or
off.
something. It's like automated in your brain and ready to say it. It's like y'all don't even realize how much you say it too. You know?
Yeah.
Like
That's the
another one
crazy
with the
part
women.
about it all, though, because
With
it's
the
like, yo,
women,
we really
bro.
do say that a lot.
You really do say that a lot. And then with the women, whenever they don't want to hear another bitch and the bitch is talking too much and they talk crazy, you just be like, girl, we don't know why we saying girl. For real, girl. No, we don't know why we saying that, okay? We don't
No, y'all
we
be
just agree.
no. Listen, hey, look. You know, with women, I've noticed it with women when when women be talking to women and they friends and shit, be like, you know, bitch, and then shit like this. I'm sitting here thinking like, y'all calling each other bitches, but when y'all mad at each other, you say, fuck you, bitch. It's not okay for us to say, fuck you, bitch. It's not. But it's
not
okay
okay
for
because
another woman to say, yeah, bitch.
it depends on how you saying it. Because if you like, you my bitch, that's different. But if you like, fuck you, bitch, like, fuck you, motherfucker, I'm gonna come over here and beat your ass. Fuck you mean?
They do.
But if you being like, oh, you such a, you can't, like, I don't know. I think that the word bitch is bad to come off a man because we've been like behind. Remember, women got to vote late and we were like service fucking wenches all these fucking years.
Servants for
So it's like,
most of them
when you
years,
think of a bitch, you think of a female dog, it's degradation. And yeah, we use it a lot in terminology, just like a ghetto terminology, just a generalization. But when we get, it depends on the tone that you're using it in the conversation you're using it.
Right.
Now it's just like when you turn around and you be like, oh, that's my nigga, but then you turn around and cross by, oh, you a fucking nigga. Okay, now we got a whole fucking problem, bitch. Like, what the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the same fucking way. Like, people just, it's like, I guess New Yorkers, we curse like sailors. It's just part of our whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way we raised up. Like, I swear, like, I remember just going up to my homegirls and they'd be coming down the block cursing at me. Yo, what up, you fucking bitch, you fucking this and that. I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. And when we get to each other, we hugging and shit. Like, what up, motherfucker? But like, people would think we about to fight and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna tell you, everybody's
That's
moved
a New York
around
thing.
from the north, the east, the west. You know, and you know, Georgia and Texas. You know, we supposed to have Southern hospitality. You know, we supposed to.
Oh, let me tell you,
open up-
y'all ain't so nice. I'm over here from New York and Florida. The Southern hospitality over here, you ready to grab a knife?
It's went out the window.
For real.
It's went out the window. There is no such thing as Southern hospitality anymore. Everybody is turned up and said, if you're not for me, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
Right.
there is no. They just Southern.
That's what a lot of
hospitality
people own these days.
Southern hospitality turned into I'ma smile in your face, make you lose your job, and fuck your man type shit.
Yep.
That too.
That's Southern hospitality with these hoes. That's why I ain't got no friends out here. I ain't got no friends. Not in no Florida.
Well, let me tell you something. Everywhere God said, pick up your cross and move with your cross, and people don't feel you.
It's not that. It's because they don't have the spirit in them. Everybody is out to get their own and to get somebody else. And then you try to get close to somebody. You bring them into your home and you bring them into your atmosphere. And what happens? You end up getting shitted on some way or the other. And it's like, who the fuck is you? Like, no, you're not about to treat me this type of way. Then when you get crazy, they say, oh, that bitch is crazy. Well, how the fuck am I crazy? Because I wasn't like
you made me that way.
Yes, that's what I mean. And then they want to call and point fingers at you. But it's not your fault if they started it first and you ended the bitch.
Like first off, let me tell you, when I had my little... I'm not trying to put this out there, but when me and my baby mama, we had got together, you know, everything was going good and all that shit like that, you know, but yeah, we had a youngin' together and everything. And 6 months after, you know, she was dead and gone, like she was gone, like it was over with. And she's like, you know, if you know, the only thing I asked for her, it was let me see my youngin'. And she's like, no, you can't see your youngin'. You too far gone. And I was too far gone on the drugs, you know. The drugs really took over my body, took over me, and I wanted it. I got to where I was wanted every day.
Thank you for Reefer Green jumping in and out of the live on this show. And
yeah.
To DJ Scott for joining in and out of the live with us as well.
We got another whole hour and 6 minutes to go, man.
I don't know if I can do a whole hour. You guys are crazy tonight.
Well, I mean, hey, look, I know one thing. And two things. One thing I know is that
podcast that I've done in a very long time.
This is a good show.
Right, we listen, both of us together, but it's been a good show, so I'm appreciative of all of this. Like, it's a beautiful thing when we can get this thing growing like this. We got all of us here, and whether it's been viewed by millions or it's viewed by one, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is nice because we got some good time. We had some good substantive conversation, and it really just, whatever comes out of this afterwards is really just going to be the icing on the cake. So that's the beautiful thing about what we've done here today and what we've been able to accomplish as a group here today. And like, to me, I feel like we really touched something and had an opportunity to kind of scratch the outside surface and stuff, just to give people a little taste of what we want to bring to the table and start pressing the foot forward to drill farther. This is the drill, baby, drill we want.
Yeah.
This is the drill, baby.
Like real talk.
You know,
real talk on this show. Definitely want to reach out to everybody that's out there that's been watching us or thinking about jumping in. You can always just reach out to Jay Guns and he could actually send you the link if you want to jump in and share your opinions.
That's right.
Okay, let's keep that out there. We are musicians by love and by faith. We are Christians, but we don't play no shit just like everybody else in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's how life is. That's how life is always going to go with us. We're always going to give you the real. We're going to give you the facts. We're going to give you the truth. We're going to give you the reality of life. And the truth is, we're just enjoying ourselves all the time. It's really cool to just hang out with some friends like we do from state to state all the time. This is very, very interesting to be able to do. And I really enjoy being around you guys and having the time out all the time to hang out with you guys on these shows and stuff like that. I really think that is very great and entertaining and very wonderful for us to actually get together like we do. We don't get to do it often. We always working or something always going on. But, you know, it's good to catch up and to actually just have some real friends.
Absolutely.
Just chill out.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's amazing
how. I really do appreciate this, Joe.
It's amazing how far we have came, though. It's really amazing how far we have come and how much you can grow. Because God gonna put you through stuff to help you grow, not to make you feel like you just at the end of your wits end, like, but you're gonna feel that way. But if you look at the upside of that, it's for you to grow on. If I can help anybody
really is.
that comes along, if I can help anybody that comes along, I could share with you my entire story, but that's just my story. That's not what my mom's story is. That's not what Relly's story is. They've only seen what they know. They've only heard about what they've heard about. Oh, Facts fell off. Yeah, Facts did fall off. Big Facts fell off
We
real
all
bad.
took time. We all take time off of the music. We all take time off of the podcasting and stuff because we have real lives.
It's
and lives
necessity.
can affect you. Sometimes you need to take that moment for yourself. You can't sit there and always think that everything's gonna be fun and games. Online, it's a place for us to just show what we have been suppressing, the energy, have fun, and enjoy our friendship with everybody. But sometimes you go through things that kind of bring you to a place where you have to really sit back and relax and think about how to cure the issues that you have in your life.
Right.
So I mean, they say you fall out of algorithm online as a musician when you don't keep on posting, but I've been posting for 4 years. And I mean, seriously, sometimes I just take a break a couple months or like a month or two, whatever, and just do songs by myself just to recollect back into the person that I am and why am I doing this in the first place. It's not all about making huge collaborations. If you go down my page on bandlab.com in particular and on YouTube too, I have a vast majority that is just solo records that I do just so that way I can join into my own mind and try to influence and try to be compassionate towards just different emotional states of stories that people tell me and try to relate myself and try to basically coach myself and coach others that's going through similar situations that I go through in life. I found it as a way to be able to cope when everything is upside down.
Right.
So
So
that's one thing that we have to do sometimes. We got to take that time. I mean, I be online doing it because I'm a freestyler and because I'm manic with my PTSD. So when it comes to that, it's kind of like it's my way of expressing, so I don't have to take medication or I don't have to, feel like I'm going to lose my mind because I have all these things and all these thoughts constantly running in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I want to let everybody know out there that's a great way to reduce stress if you create, whether it's art, music, whether it's just, poetry. A lot of people are great at poetry. Poetry in motion is actually a thing where you put like a jazz instrumental behind you and you actually speak your mind. I have a couple of poetry in motion artists out there that I've been working with lately to do like ad-libbing of singing underneath them harmony with their actual poetry. Shout out to the New Eurekan Cafe out in Manhattan in Alphabet City. That place is all about poetry in motion as well. They have actual people playing instruments behind you when you go up there and you actually express yourself whichever way you want other than just putting a beat on. That was a place that I got to perform there when I was a young girl. And I really enjoyed it very much. And all the places that have these open mic nights, artists take advantage of your open mic nights. Yeah, you don't get paid to do it, but you get exposure and you get
exposure.
You get
a better skill set on how to perform.
It is
how you feel on the stage, your performance level.
Exactly. Like I was hoping that eventually situations financially would be a little bit better for me so I can get up to J Guns, look for some open mic nights, bring him out there so that way he can get the feel of being up back on the stage, feeling good up there.
Yeah.
And Big Facts and me, we're talking about working too. Eventually, we're trying to get out there and try to get into some of these places. If you're not sure where to go for these type of things, there's a website that's called Eventbrite, BRICE, eventbrite.com, that they have all of every state events. And you can buy tickets for some events, but you can also find open mic nights there. So that is definitely something you want to look at. And when you're interested in that, you go in there and you look at the bottom of the event and you look for the host, and then you can leave a message directly to the host, an email of how do you attain a position in there. Also on Instagram, in every state, in Orlando specifically, here in Florida, a lot of places in Georgia, there is also people that's doing open mic nights in a lot of lounges and restaurants. It's like you have to Google them and they'll come up, or go to Eventbrite, put in your zip code, and then you could be able to find a location that you can find this. The great thing about it is you go in It's a restaurant, bar, or whatever. You enjoy your meal, you watch everybody else, and you wait for your name to be called, and you get up there and you show what you got. You can bring your own beats sometimes. Sometimes you can just feel free spirited, like I do sometimes. Go up there and just do it. It's just for the moment. You live for the moment of your life. Enjoy what you have. And if you can't get out there because life just doesn't allow you to, it's always good to get on these lives like how we're doing now on this live stream show and just showing our skills and having fun with our freestyling skills and having fun with our friends. It's always good to connect with other artists because they might have something to teach you or you might have something to teach them.
That's right. That's right. And there's a lot of people out there that's going through something. Music is a good expression to get out there. It helps you relieve your stress. People in the wrestling world, they wrestle because they might have got in. They don't want to get out there and get in trouble. It was time for them to get out the streets. Look, everybody goes through that, man. And the one thing that I had to learn, sometimes it's okay to give up, but the thing is not give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Give up on things that destroyed yourself. Like if you have to move away or if you have to go somewhere new and start over, it's okay to always start over. You might not be starting life over, but you're starting a new body. You starting a new thing. And with me, I had got out there, like I was telling you, I had got mixed up with the drugs. I had to go to rehab. I was in rehab for 11 months. I fucked up while I was in rehab. But what I'm saying is if I can help anybody out there that we're reaching out to, if you need somebody to talk to and that you're there, you in a bad place or you somewhere where you feel like you ain't got no one, hit me up. Because this anxiety, depression, drug abuse, all that stuff is a disability now. They got it on applications. They got it on the application now as that drug abuse is a disability. So, if y'all need some help with coping skills, y'all just call me up. I can help you. I can get you in a good place, a good rehab. Anybody from Georgia, I can get you in a good rehab if you need that. You know what I'm saying? But, it's all on them, all on y'all. Y'all, if y'all want it, y'all gonna get it. So, back to the music. Hold on. Pay attention.
Back to the music.
Pay
attention. It's just like the Jetsons. Pay attention. What are you thinking about, J Guns? You got something in your mind?
Let's review some music.
I always do.
You got a whole lot in your mind. You was all touching the beard and shit. Like you got something in your head.
I've been really, really contemplating and thinking. Like at this point, that's all it is. It's just with everything going on. Plus, I'm amazed at the fact that bro got my lineup for my beard all right. So the Kwai Chong Kane stash is coming in real slow. I love it. I've been working on this a long time, and I couldn't get the edges right. Now I know where to start my edge up for the next time I line this bad boy up and get it straight like that. So it'll be nice.
That's one thing. I don't know how guys have all this hair on their chin. That's pretty scary to me to think about. Yeah.
So let's go on there and let's review some music. Let's do some music reviews and give them I guess 1 out of 10. What you want to do? A good 1 out of 10 or whatever.
I just did a really brand new song that I really like a lot, and not that many people actually played it, and it was really bothering me.
Ooh.
I did a great fucking track. Hold on a second. I have 2 tracks that I really like a lot, and I don't see as much views on it, which kind of bugs me out because I'm like, listen, I could do a fucking bullshit freestyle and they'll get like 100, 200 likes. And then the ones that I really give a fuck about, they don't care. How does that work?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Trust me, I've had plenty of those songs. Almost every song I have has had the opposite effect of what I expected it to do.
Exactly. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's like all the work that you put into something, you want people to hear it, and then it's like,
quite the depressing scene.
Super depressing.
It's definitely quite depressing scene.
It is super depressing, bro. Yeah, do your music reviews.
Yeah, y'all. It's one of those things.
It's one of those
I know that
things.
I'm just glad to see that we've come into this situation with a whole gang of new things to talk on and that give people to think about, because this is really a lot of what like this whole thing is about. Not only
Right.
were we just trying to like have some fun on here and enjoy the conversations, but at the end of the day, we got a chance to, you know, tweak and scratch and pick at some things that people weren't really portraying in the
Yeah.
conversation on the mass stages. So like I feel like we had a chance to actually hear from the people of the people, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is really a good motion. I think we should try this again. I don't know how long it's gonna be before the next live stream comes up at this point, but hey, we can. I mean, I'm game for it. I really haven't been live streaming like I used to. We already had to like delay our time frame because of my work schedule, getting out of work and barely getting home at 7 o'clock to start the show right. Um, so I figure, you know what I mean. Let's kick it off in a nice space and give this good episode a good send off. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that joined us. Reefer Green, Big Facts, Relly. I appreciate y'all for tuning in with us.
For sure.
Everybody that popped in, popped out. It just is what it is, man. This is something that I feel very passionate about as far as when we talk about the operation and progress of our citizenship in this country. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like how do we push that narrative forward that it's about these people on the lower end and not just these motherfuckers up top that's making all the rules.
Right. Right.
We need to establish ground. So
We got to let them know we
why
here.
not start here? Right. And why not start here? So at the end of the day, like I can come back tomorrow, but that's not going to say that we're going to put in a scheduled program on that. We want to see what's going on with you. And in that reference, we're going to relate to you for the answers to whatever happened.
Amen.
And we're going to probably stick with YouTube for the most part.
Yeah, we gonna stay on YouTube, running YouTube, cause I'm gonna be like this, cause everybody views YouTube. The world relies on YouTube for mechanical problems, the music, trying to keep up with what's going on in the world. Everybody goes to YouTube now. There's not a whole lot of people that's out there that's using television, like buying direct TV. You got your old heads that's out there got their channel clicker, but you got all these young bucks, all the young kids out there now. They're using YouTube for everything. So, everything's going to YouTube. What I thought about doing, Jobs, we let this episode air out for a week, leave them some questions to really set on and think about, and then ask them like a little, like a question that maybe we can get them on the show or whatever, the ones that's tapping in, and we can answer these guys' questions on the live. That way they can get to know us a little bit. Yeah, that way we can get to know them. They can get to know us, and then we can get how they feel about the world's politics, or what they want to see happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's absolutely an excellent idea.
That'd be good.
Who like
have
this
like a
show,
live guest every week.
I want to ask everybody that likes this show to definitely come out and follow all of us on all the other social media outlets, and definitely share this show so people can see the excellence that we did on this show. Definitely leave us all comments, smash that like
subscribe
button,
to the channel.
subscribe to the channel.
Let's keep putting this thing up.
But most importantly, just don't smash the like button and subscribe. Make sure you share this live. Go out and share. That's the only way that the live stream is going to get out. Is by sharing. Everybody has to share the content. That means, once I get off here, I'm going to go share. I'm going to plug this on my TikTok. I'm going to plug everything in. So Jagguns, you might want to send me a little copy or whatever. Whenever you get it posted, let me know.
Yeah, so
that way I can go in there and plug this in on my TikTok. And I'm going, like I'm saying, I got one question for all the streamers and all the people that's out there watching. What do you want to see happen on the Peasy show?
So, what do you want us to do? Let us know.
What do you want?
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
For real.
What do you
want me to do?
But
I'll do anything but dance and kill myself.
Hey, look, yeah, right.
I'll do
There's
anything but
nothing.
dance and
Hey,
kill myself.
what do you want to see happen? Do you want to see? You want to see some more famous people come on? Which
there's
that's
more freestyles,
more
freestyles.
Do you
Want
want
to hear some more people coming on? Well, actually, we're gonna have a lot more people. I have a lot of people to get back on podcasting, and definitely a whole bunch of features that we're gonna be coming in. Every show will be probably somebody you have no idea, but you will figure them out and dance and freestyle with them too.
Hey, do the little Donald Trump jug.
Yep. No, we might have Donald Trump on this show to just tell him.
Hey, look, that'd be. Hey, look, if we brought Donald Trump on the show, he's gonna do it's gonna be like everybody, all y'all fired. I'm taking the show over. But it's okay though. I would rather have some realist on here
and all that.
Donald Trump, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Cursed out. I couldn't get that man attention like everybody else is trying to.
I know, I understand that. But that's like me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really start getting into politics. I really didn't start getting into politics until this past year. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't care about the politics, and I didn't care about what the world was going through until I actually opened up my eyes. People, y'all need to open up your eyes and watch what's going in your corner, because if you bring drama in your corner, it's all because of what the politics in the world is going through. Man, people will come in your corner just to bring you down, and you got to understand, you got to keep your eye open.
Yeah, all the time. It's an everyday thing nowadays.
Like I tell my son when he's looking for his socks, open your eyes. He said, "Mom, I don't know what I hate that. Being a parent, it really sucks sometimes. Your kid be like looking for some shit and be right in their face, and they be like, I don't know what's that, but I don't know what's that. And it's like, open your eyes. It's right in your face. Damn. I've been telling my kids that since they were little. For real, they hate it too. Then when I can't find my keys or something, they do it back to me. I'm like, shut up.
The one thing that I learned, about this entertainment, this is all entertainment. Because, you might find it entertainment, but the thing about being entertained is some people like being real. Some people like just being funny. Some people like having fun. We having fun, but we being real. We bringing you people that you ain't seen, that you might find, I could take this person and mold this person let that person mold their own self. They trying to get out there just like we are. But the thing is, we're not doing this to really get famous. We doing out there to try to be, to get spread the love. We need to unite as one. This right here is an example of being united. We have somebody from the West Coast popping in. You got the South, you got the North. You know what I'm saying? We need to unite as one. We need to come together. We need to love each other. We need to love on each other, because if we don't love on each other and turn and show each other that we can do this together and we can get this country back into a good state, then it's all it takes. And if you can't love on one another, then you just out for no good.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to just love yourself and one love. That's it. So everybody be tripping. Let's get together.
I didn't say anything about diddling anybody now. No, that's not the kind of deal I'm talking about.
Marley family out there. He was a wonderful musician. I love Bob Marley.
Yes. Absolutely. I agree with you there.
Most definitely.
And on that note, folks, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. I appreciate the folks in the audience tuning in with us. It's about that time. It's getting late. I don't want everybody to be up at midnight trying to figure out how the fuck to get to bed because they can't sleep over this shit. But I appreciate all of you guys.
Some more artists to jump on. You sure you want to go?
I'm finna say you said
I
you
still,
wanted to go.
I still
No,
gotta make sure I kiss the little one goodnight and let her know that I'm thinking about her before I go to bed anyway. Plus, I gotta jump in the shower, get up, get my ass ready for
yeah,
the
man, I
day
feel you
tomorrow.
on that
So
note.
I do appreciate you guys, yo. I really do appreciate y'all. We got to do this again. Facts, I might take you up on that offer of doing this next week. It should be something that the people marinate on. So yeah, let's reconvene this thing next Tuesday. Once again, I
Which
appreciate all you guys for tuning in
Tuesday
with
at
us.
8.
Bang out to the piece.
Tuesday
Peace
at
and
8.
love. Thanks for joining us.